0 viewers.
Oh, we got 3.
Two's free for me.
STARWARS Lego fans, we got really keep it clean with us alternating boxer boys. Then the stop motion maestro slurpy make some noise. And Englishman, Irishman, and Welshman walk into a bar. Skip the beers, dog spoon. We only want that galaxy far. So settle in, grab a cup of tea, relax and unwind. Cool, and the gang got the stream that's gonna ease your mind.
Yeah. So now cut the music down to about 10.
On apprenticeship going on here.
And then go into cool hang background music.
That's it.
There you go.
See everyone.
There you go, mate. Now you just got to do the intro. No.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cool-Han-Luke, episode 13.
What else
I'm
fucking
your
go
new
wrong?
host, Slurpy. And
I'm one
joining
of
us
your
as
co-hosts.
always is the original I've usurped the throne from him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But in all seriousness, just want to say, welcome to the impromptu stream. So what I guess ACOB would call a GWP is almost like a last-minute jobby. Hence the sort of slapdash. But no, in fairness, I got to do a couple of shouts. Firstly to Padawan and Slurpy for sort of jumping in and making this everything you guys have seen, the thumbnail, setting everything up. So thanks to them. Obviously, I wouldn't say I was against the idea of it, but I just honestly didn't have time to do the work. But what would you call it? I kind of subcontracted it out a little bit. But look, those guys obviously did a fantastic job. Another shout out to Whittaky because he was essentially kind of replaced behind his own back. But there's no love lost there, mate. It was purely sort of incidental. But and also a quick shout out to
That's what we all say.
Yeah. A shout out to anybody obviously who's joined and got on board at such short notice, and to Cooper, aka Cooper Copper Kayak, who originally was going to do this episode with us or cover what we were going to cover in this episode, which is juicy leaks, and go through his get cooped list. So what I'll say to you guys, if you haven't already, go over onto Instagram and like and follow Get Cooped, which is his alternate account, which will just be purely leaks. Are we using that list today, Padawan, or
Which one?
the list? Is that the best list that's out there in terms of like, a run
On
by run?
Cooper's Instagram.
Yeah, because I did.
I would say it's the safest.
Yeah,
Do you know
but
what I mean?
so we're going to use his list. I did check with him, even though he wasn't able to make the stream. So shout out to Coop and Coop's dad, who's currently celebrating his birthday, and he's on a bit of a vacation. I think he said he went to Hawaii on a vacation, which is a far extreme from where he lives in the North Pole. No, Alaska. So he wasn't able to make it, but he did give us the nod to use his list. So shout out to him, and then a shout out to my fiance Kirsty for allowing me and letting me off the reins. She's actually in the room sitting by. I said that on purpose because she always says, "Oh, you make me sound like I'm a bloody dragon." Let me do that.
You said
she's in the room giving me evils while I say it, so it says it all. But no, she wanted to join the stream, but she wanted to do it faceless, and I was like, "No, we do faces here." So, but anyway, she's in the room.
Day release for 2 hours. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go more than 2 hours. I think 2 hours is the max. But yes, she is going to stay on until she does a Mayo and falls asleep. So, but yeah. Well, that's it.
Yikes.
So tonight's. Well, you go through it, Padawan. What are we covering tonight?
All right, okay. Well, basically all the juicy Star Wars leaks that have come out over the last few days, which has been hot and fast. And I'd like to think that Slurpy's put up a good lineup of what we're going to be talking about.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Slurpy's done the lineup. So while they're setting that up...
I've got just the images.
You got images. Did you actually... You got an image of the list of what we discussed as well? Don't want to do any spoilers. But do you want to do a quick...
went through... I went through Cooper's Instagram and just saved each of the rumours. I didn't actually get an overview of the table. I just couldn't save the high quality one.
Right.
But
yeah, because it was kind of.
I think there only
zoomed
is
right
a few ones that we're gonna. Yeah, it was quite pixely. What's up, George? So maybe just focus on the ones that are of decent quality and stuff like that.
We can go over a few, and then any notable ones that we've kind of missed, I'll just say, this is the next one.
Yeah.
This is the next one.
And since Whittaker, you don't have the option to put the comments up. Do you want to just run through and read out what we've got? Because you should be able to still do that, right?
No, I can't see anything.
You're on your phone, aren't you? So if there should be a tab at the top saying comments. Can you see it? I did it on my phone for the first day, the time the other day. Shit. Okay.
What's up, Ultra Bricks? Papa Rex.
So anyone else want to do any
7
shout outs?
views.
I was going to say, we got quite a few comments in there, so...
Yeah. Usual
Ultra
suspects. So that's nice to see.
Red 5 standing by, Mr. Alex, newcomer to the stream, from what I can gather. And yeah, other than that, it seems to be all the good boys. George Breton as well, UK boy. Matt Lee. Nice, yeah, good. So we got the elite on. But yeah, let's go through it then. Let's get into the first banner. Let's get stuck in.
Hell yeah. Star Wars Summer 2025 Rumours. So, I'm going to start off with something pretty light that no one probably cares about. But Cooper just shared this just before the stream. I don't know if you guys make about
first
this.
First thing I'll say is, do we think it's going to be in scale with the Chopper R2? Because it'd have to be pretty bloody small if it is.
It's C-3PO.
And C-3PO.
I would say so. I think it's going to be wicked. He's the height of R2. He's the height of R2D2, so I can see it kind of matching that. Unless it's
He's a little bit shorter, isn't he?
I reckon he's going to be the same size as the older buildable Grogu. That's my prediction.
It's a bit cheaper as well.
The price is about the same. So
yeah,
the old buildable Grogu was 70 pounds, I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking in pounds. That's why. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, geez, he's a good bit smaller than R2D2, actually. Yeah.
Buildable Ewok. We think Wicket coming out to scale with his nibs. So yeah, that's all right. Nice summer set.
I'd be very surprised if it was anyone but Wicket, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll get his spear as well?
Oh, surely.
I'd hope so.
Oopsie.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, because we got Chewie's bowcaster, didn't we? So I don't see why not.
I'd like to think that I got this feeling that by the time we go to like say 2027, 2028, there's going to be a whole lineup of buildable figs that are all just in scale with each other.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So Kirsty just thrown up a picture of what she thinks we need to add to the buildable characters list, and it's Babu Frick. Hey!
Yeah, it's like the only decent character to come out of the sequel trilogy.
Yeah. So yeah, this is kind of
what not those?
Christ. Buildable Rose.
Oh no, I'm actually looking forward to this Ewok. This is maybe the first one out of the buildable line that I'm really excited to see how they'll tackle, because Chewie was a bit, other than the eyes, I think he turned out pretty damn well.
There is.
Oh, I can see the Cooper picture now. I was wondering where it was. It's in his hand. I can see it.
There he is.
It need to be a bit of a downer, but I'm getting a bit fed up with all these buildable characters. I want more play sets and stuff.
It's a bit meh for me. I could maybe get this for my daughter, possibly. I don't know.
I've just looked at said list, and I was excited for another buildable character, but now I've seen the price of it, which makes me not excited anymore.
Okay.
The buildable K2SO.
Is it this guy here?
Buildable K2SO. But it's the same price as the Ewok. So it's not going to be in scale of anything. It's going to be small.
No, I was going to say, because he's a beast, really, when you think about it. Yeah, buildable K2SO.
The only thing I'm thinking about this, even though I said I don't want too many more buildable, but if hopefully maybe next year, or it depends how the show goes, but if they're doing this, then surely they can do a buildable SM-33 on the Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say what? SM? Who? Right, okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Smee, then I just called him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, on a smaller
Oh,
scale, yeah.
I have not watched anything from that show.
Because he would, K2S would have to be like, well, more than double the height of, well, he's probably about as, is he as tall as Chewie? Probably about as tall as Chewie, isn't he?
I'd say so. Yeah, that makes
He's a
sense.
fucking beast.
He's slightly taller than. Well, he's probably what? He's about 9 foot, isn't he? I reckon he's about 9 foot.
Yeah. So if he's,
Yeah, he's.
there's no way then, because I mean, I know he's a lot thinner. I guess he's not going to be as fleshed out as Chewie would be, but still, that's a lot to get into $90, which would be about, I don't know, whatever that is, in pounds.
Like one of my favorite scenes from Rogue One is when he's like, "Congratulations, you're being rescued. Please do not resist."
yeah.
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 I like the bit when they give him the bag and then they walk away and he just drops it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so shout out to Lego Minecraft Goat for this, because we don't show anything up on here without at least giving a shout out to the person, whether they're watching or not. Have a trip in the house. How's it going, mate?
Mr. Alex makes a very good point. I think Lego Star Wars in 2025 especially in the summer is going to be good. It's packed. It's packed. It's absolutely rammed.
Yeah.
If I can say one thing, there's a very common comment from prequel fans. Why does Lego hate us? And if they say that next summer, I'm taking a flamethrower to every single one of them.
Yeah.
There's definitely variety in there, isn't there? But what I'll say is, Mole's Vengeance. Just a quick shout out, mate. Some of the guys on the panel aren't staying very long, so more than welcome, mate. Give me a shout out when you're back to watch, and if we're still going, you can jump on, because I know he's been keen. He bite my hand off to be on screen again. So
his appearance. The other night was good.
And he was, because I think he was the first one, wasn't he? And
he was the first one.
We've been chatting quite a bit since then, and he didn't actually buy the ticket in the end live. I think he probably would have if he'd come back on screen, because I was goading him into doing it. But he's done it since. So I think his main he was concerned that he wasn't going to have any friends there, and nobody to speak to, and he wouldn't know anybody. And I just said, look, mate, roll with us, because most of us are new to it anyway. But if you need, a couple of people behind you, then in between now and then, obviously, we'll obviously, yeah. Sorry, go on.
Did you have any? How long were you in the after party for? I know what Tyler's like, so I was like, I'm leaving.
I'd say about an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Yes.
And then we went over to, well, I don't even know why we left that. We may as well stay there. That's why. There was a couple of guys.
Discord, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went over to the Discord video chat on there, and Firebird and CPA were in there already. So we joined in with them, and then a couple of the guys who had been in the waiting room, in the green room, but Sean obviously wasn't letting anybody else in. They were there, so there was about 6 or 7 of us in there. We were there for about another hour as well. I think by the time I come off, it was about 11:30 in the morning. So,
yeah, I was in bed at that point. I woke up in the afternoon.
We did Ultra Bricks, but obviously it was offline. So
I woke up at 6 on Friday, and I was like, "Oh, this stream's going far." And then I kept checking every hour or so, and I'm like, "Yeah." I was tempted to click that link to join, but I was like, And I was like, I don't know if I want to. I'm sitting in bed here. I don't want to know if anyone wants to see. Just really tired, but.
We were in the green room.
I was on at 6 in the morning, so I couldn't. Yeah, I missed it, unfortunately.
We were on the green room. Your name came up quite a few times, though, mate. We did a shout out to you. So we were in the green room.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we were in the green room, and Sean had said, if you want to carry on here, you can, or whatever it was. And but Tyler went, so his camera was still on, but he disappeared and he never came back. So Cooper messaged him, and he said he was in the room, but where his sofa is on the other side, he just sat on the sofa. So we were just like, we may as well. So nobody had control of it. Otherwise, we could have kept going. But
because if you watch it back, Tyler was obviously having a few shandies, and then he kept going. Was it? What do you keep saying, Martin? He kept going. Me and you were were in charge of this, and I was like, no, I'm not. I am not. I had to keep correcting him. Do mid in.
Yeah, Sean. I was going to say you could tell Sean was getting a bit leery as well.
Yeah,
Not. He was kind of. You could see he was just full because you know when he normally has his vape and he's like this.
Yeah.
So you don't want to make it.
I do.
But he was like that, blowing a smoke straight down the camera. I was just like, well, and you could see his eyes were rolling back a little bit. So I was just like, fair enough, he's done. But he said if he wanted to carry on going, but you could see that Tyler didn't have the ability to keep it going. Yeah. I'm almost felt like typing in and going, I'll take over if you want. But I didn't want to push it. But no, they did keep saying quite a lot, didn't they? They were like, yeah, so Padawan and Matt and Cool-Han, they're part of the I think they were getting the whole UK boys and the Cool-Han-Luke thing mixed up, basically. But yeah, that was still a good shout-out, though. Still a good opportunity. So, but I thought I was being asked to pop on like everybody else. I didn't realise I was being asked to join the panel. So when I came on, I was expecting someone to say, right, time to go, and it never happened. So it was like 4.5 hours or whatever it was.
Yeah, so when Sean was like, oh, we're getting full, I was like, I'll leave. And he's like, no. I was like,
yes.
All right.
But no, it was good. It was good crack. It's definitely worth a watch back for anybody who hasn't watched it in the chat. And obviously, Slurpy and Whittaky, if you get a chance, sit and watch it. It's definitely the best stream I've ever been on, my own included. Sorry. And it's probably the best ACOP stream I've ever watched. I got to say, it was number one. Because number two is the Darth Vader episode that
That's
you did
my
with
favourite
Brent.
moment.
But yeah, trust me, mate. You watch this episode. It was, and not just because I was
That was
on
a good
it,
one.
but it was a really good episode. So, but anyway, getting back to the subject at hand. Yeah, just
get
let me
this
know when
old
you're.
fucking freak off the screen.
If you're Mole's Vengeance, once you're ready, mate, give me a quick shout out on in the chat, and then I'll throw you the link. But anyway, sorry. What are we talking about?
I'm only 2 hours into the stream too, and it's like, yeah, I think whenever you joined Cool-Han, I think Tyler was like, that's when he was conflating the Padawan and you two together, and then that's when you corrected him, and I'm like, does that keep happening then? Did he just forget that he asked that?
Well, no, even Sean mentions it. Sean mentions it a few times as well. It says something, obviously, which shows that they don't watch it. But it is what it is. I mean, it's some recognition, even if it's wrong. But no, it's just it's nice.
Mr. Alex, Mr. Alex, it will be happening. We will show them how it's properly done over here.
I can't teach anybody anything about drinking anymore, unfortunately. But I'll watch you all guys and enjoy it.
I could never teach anyone how to drink. So...
Oh, the Irish, mate! You're supposed to be you're supposed to be the expert at it.
I'm one of those rare specimens that don't drink at all. Just one of those
just tea.
Weird anomalies. Yeah. Just getting lined up.
Anyway, let's get back in.
Here.
327th Star Core Battle Pack, which did anyone a lot of people are excited for this, but I was like, I wish it was another certain battle pack.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Anyone
I wanted the Doom Squadron, but that's just me because I like Doom. But yeah,
I just wanted an Imperial Battle Pack.
I just wanted, to be honest, I wanted a which if I'm correct, it's not happening, but I wanted a oh my god, Wolfpack Battle Pack. That would have been nice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That would have been nice.
That's what I wanted.
Can
but
I
I'm
say
not
my
saying no.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
No, my prediction for this, I've seen a few people be like, oh my god, the first $40 battle pack. This is going to be like the 187th Lean Trooper battle pack. It's going to be like a tank or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that was $40, was it not too?
How much was the 501st, the first 501st battle pack? How much was that?
Was that not
25 for us, wasn't it?
25 for us. What's that? About 30 for the Americans. I reckon. I call it now. This is an American.
$24.99.
This is the same size as the first 501st battle pack, but it's been inflated. The price has been inflated, as in like it will be this price, but Lego have just upped the price. That's what I think.
So that's on Seleucum. This is on Seleucumai, right?
Yeah.
So what are they? They're riding. What are they
Felucia.
riding? They got
Felucia,
that's
sorry.
Felucia, sorry, yeah, but it's AT-ST.
AT-AP. That's the one you think. Is it? that one?
AT-OT. But they'll never include
Oh, yeah,
that
it is,
in a sub $200 set. Like, that's the one that everyone's screaming for in the future. But just to check, the Lean Trooper one was $40. That came with like a fighter tank,
Oh, hang on.
and you got 3 of them.
I got this.
But I'm very, very interested to see. I don't
This
know.
fucker.
I've seen some people shoot out the idea that they should. Yeah, that's it. There, that's it. That was
Ah,
$40.
Right. So we think
That
we're
was
gonna have
£40
something like
too,
that.
by
Wasn't
the way.
for the battle pack though, was it?
No,
No.
but then again, we don't know about these names either because they've got names. I say names
True.
wrong before and rumors and leaks and stuff like that. I
don't know,
could
not
see
Wow.
it
leaks, it's
changing,
rumours,
but
isn't it?
Strictly speaking, the 501st one was never a battle pack as
No.
such, was it?
that
Not officially.
is true. It was.
But
what
let's.
was it called?
But I am looking forward to it because it's clones we haven't had before, am I right? We have another 327 Sarkor before.
Not since 2008.
Was it 2008? Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day. But
And I
we-
oh, sorry.
no, go on.
It'll be really cool to see them all visored out. I think that's what Commander Bly wears. But I do hope there's the what do you call it, shoulder pauldrons and stuff like that for them.
Oh, he's big ass, isn't it? Big ass.
Mm-hmm.
It is a big ass. Like, I know that we're getting some good sets, but when it comes to what's the quality inside the set, like,
Different story.
could you imagine though if they released this battle pack, no helmet holes, which doesn't bother me anyway, but no helmet holes, and cameras and pauldrons, ooh,
They won't do that.
Oh,
proper molded visor, like they actually are supposed to have. Like the ones that is it Grandpa Clones Customs, they have those molded visors that look at phenomenal.
that is true. I would just. I don't. My only issue with, and this is me being a picky old bastard, is the actual visors we have at the minute for the
Yeah.
clone troopers. I think they're just too plain without any markings on them. They're just a white piece.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of
yeah.
kind of breaking of color going on, but I don't know any rumors for figures or anything like that. To be honest, I don't even know if.
Do you think they'll put a
Sakura's gonna
Jedi
be included?
No.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I know they shouldn't, but if they did, and if they did do like what they did with the Mace Windu, I don't actually think I'd be that annoyed about it because like I generally only buy one, maybe two anyway. So,
This is my favourite Order 66 scene because Ayla Cura just gets absolutely
Yeah.
dumped at class.
yeah.
I mean, if they brought it as a set like
It's
they did
the
with the Mace, then yeah, add a.
I think it's the most
and
brutal
not
too.
Call it a battle pack.
Oh, it's the most brutal one. It's the most brutal one.
It is.
Because she was in the last but one version of that tank, wasn't she? Not
The
last
fir-
one, but the
yeah.
one before.
I think I've
Yeah,
got
back
it
in
fixed.
2017.
So I'm just thinking what else they could possibly put in there as a smaller build, at that kind of size, or maybe scaled down a bit. I'm just trying
I'm
to think.
sure
of this.
in the scene as well
And
as
that
an
one-
AT-OT, there was an AT-AP as well.
Yeah. What about enemy wise?
Well, you'd have to go down the plain route of super battle droids and battle droids, wouldn't you?
Yeah, unless they go for a crab, unless
Yeah.
they finally give us a crab droid, because that might be worth the coin then. To get a
Or-
crab
I wouldn't-
droid.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that last step with the Mace Windu, those troops are not canon,
Yeah.
are they? They're not,
No, they're not.
They
They're
were-
not canon.
yeah.
They're not canon troops.
even though they look. Alright,
Be-
but-
Yeah, they're based
They're based-
on a Hasbro figure, aren't they?
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And unironically, like, I think they're like some of the coolest clones too. Like,
Oh.
damn, purple and white goes hard.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
But that was the first instance whenever that airborne was revealed, rumored. where's his waist cape at? And that started the whole mess. Because the previous airborne trooper had the waist cape, which I think is the best clone made, but...
Well, the
at least
orange,
in terms
the
of
orange
details.
airborne,
Yeah, 212. Yeah,
212 airborne trooper. Yeah,
So
so
what
one
do
in
we
the
think-
battle pack and one in the one in Grievous's ship. The last one.
Yeah.
So do you
But-
think we're going to get more than 4 figures in this? Because it's 39.99.
I think so, yeah.
I reckon you get at least 4 327th troopers, and then you'll have maybe three troopers, battle droids, maybe a super battle droid. Because they still got the mold for that, so they're going to keep using it, aren't they?
Will they
Yeah.
do like a Vaughn and put the captain in this as well, or whatever the Legion?
I
Do you
think,
think?
they've had enough flack for putting named characters in battle packs. So if they're going down the route of this being a full-fledged battle pack, I don't think they will, especially if they're doing other sets potentially that maybe could link with this set. The only reason they put Vaughn in the 332nd battle pack is because they didn't have another set for him to put him in that was like connected to that set.
Do you think they care really?
Plus, Vaughn only had he had one little print difference, and the back print was different. That was it.
I've
accidentally put-
I don't think Lego
In-
care, to be honest.
In my box of boys, I put like the clone commander / captain, and then one of his grunts, and I've just realised that I've accidentally put 2 Vaughns in there.
Ah. How dare you?
I don't know.
Well,
But the Vaughn's pretty cool to like throwing out the Ahsoka helmet and then just throwing on like a 501st helmet. It's like, oh, you can kind of play around with like 501st captains or whatever. Like,
I'm not sure whether I necessarily agree with that comment about the Galactic Marine, and they can use the word Marine, because I think as long as it's kind of fictional, which it is, especially, there's no such thing as a Galactic Marine, obviously, in real life. So I always thought it was only IRL, in real life type military references they didn't like. And there are other military references throughout the Star Wars canon.
Trooper.
Yeah. 187th battle
They-
pack.
they-
I don't
If
know.
they're willing to put Death Troopers
they
as a named character in, or not as a named fit group of people in a Lego set, then I'm sure Marine isn't an issue. It can't be an issue.
Yeah, I think as long as it's fantasy, then
yeah.
and fictional, if you like, then I don't think it really matters.
Like Galactic
This is-
Marine, like
I mean,
This is why I don't think there's any, when people talk about, they won't do anything linked to Order 66. And I'm like, yeah, they won't do the murdering children, but everything else they'll do.
Yeah.
Because essentially all we're talking about is one side destroying another side, and that happens throughout every other Star Wars set. Do you see what I mean? So why would they not
Yeah.
do... People are
Well,
saying that they won't do Plo Koon in a pack with the Arc 170 because it depicts Order 66. And I'm thinking,
They got it on the
No.
box, though, haven't they?
it's
Yeah.
2 ships destroying each other.
They
That
got it on the
happens throughout.
box.
why
That's
would
what
you
I'm
not?
saying.
Why
I
we've
don't
been
think
waiting
it's-
so long for Jedi Temple? Then that's my only argument to that.
Yeah,
Is, like,
yeah.
Why we've been
I-
waiting so long for one?
Because they
I
don't
get
want
that,
people
but
to-
I don't think it's anything to do with, them. I get that obviously they're never going to do a scene where he's just killing kids, but everything else is no different to what they do throughout even the original trilogy. So
If they give me a Jedi Temple in years to come, I'll make my own scene. I'll have Vader's fist marching up through the temple, and I'll have a scene full of younglings and Anakin in a room. It will
What
happen.
about the scene where he stabs Reaver? Wait, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
yeah, exactly.
oh,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. And what about Slave Leia or Hut Slayer Leia? Her literal name, they changed it to Hut Slayer Leia, so it's Slayer instead of Slave, which I don't think is much better. And she's got a chain which she uses to strangle him. They put all that in Lego.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Anyway, we could go on forever, couldn't we?
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, Lego have used the word Marine. I just checked on Brickset on one minifigure, but it was for Marine biologist. But some parts are labeled for Marine, like Galactic Marine helmet, galactic marine torso part, and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I think they'll throw in galactic marine. If not, whatever. What's his legion called? Bakara's core. I don't know. Like whatever they're called. Like
Oh, I'm terrible with these. I
If-
never remember the numbers.
if
I
it's
mean, we are
called
getting a
Diddly Squad.
UCAT, so we are
Yeah,
getting a
we'll
UCAT,
stick
so
that up now.
Galactic Marine potentially.
Yeah, let's move on. I think we've done this to death anyway. So
Yeah, there's
Right.
Coop's face just outside the cockpit. God damn.
This is the one I wanted to mention.
Red.
$150.
Right, I want to-
$150. Go on, sorry, man.
So I want to redeem myself from last week when I made a massive mistake, thinking that this was the MTT. But I must have foreseen it because the next day
Yeah.
they said it was coming out.
they heard you, mate, and thought, "Oh, let's put a set
Yeah,
out for
see.
this."
So I slightly redeemed myself. Yeah, because it was like this was. I mean, I'm not a big clone, but I wouldn't mind this one actually. To be honest, with the Galactic Marines. So yeah. So I wished it, and there it is. There you go.
And what was the price in dollars of the AT-ST that came out most recently? It was 2 years ago. That would have been about that price,
Well,
right?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
what, the
I
one
can
in
check on
2020?
Brixet, but
Because it was 120 for us.
Something
I
like
believe.
that. Yeah.
$140.
So yeah, so this could, well, with inflation, this is probably going to be roughly the same size as that AT-ST. So we'll scale with it. So,
How many pieces?
oh no, it
I-
was. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up with the turbo tank because I thought I'd read that people were saying this was going to be
Ah,
too
see,
small.
I'm not
for
the
the
only one who
price.
gets them mixed up.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's about right for that price. So
I clip films. 2022 AT-ST was $200 Australian dollars. Like we've joked, but you Aussies have probably got your $1,000 Lego set like 6 decades ago. Like
yeah, well, May
price of
was
stuff
saying
is
on his
just-
stream. May was saying on his stream that he reckons that the Death Star should ring in on his maths by that time. Should ring up at about 1,500, I think, Australian. So,
Oh,
but I mean,
Well,
I think
God.
I just
we're taking
looked
we're
at the
talking.
I just saying, I
What?
just looked at the conversion rate. The UCS Falcon for them should be about $1,200.
So it's it's all relative in it, I guess, at the end of the day, because it's more to do with value than it is because it's still worth 1,000, so it's still worth more than any other Australian Star Wars Lego set, priced Lego set. So so that's what really they're getting at. But it's just a nice round number for the Americans, I guess. But no, I like the idea of this. How many pieces was that AT-ST? 700
Oh, yeah.
and something?
1,082.
Yeah.
Was it
I
really?
thought it was, I thought it was over
Yeah.
1,000, but only just.
But then this hasn't got any
What's up,
legs.
Buster?
So there's
I was kind of messaging a few boys about this. Like, I had an idea where this appeared at Megiddo. I think this is an absolutely unremarkable looking ship. I think it is absolute bland cake. It's just an AT-ST with the legs chopped off. I'm only interested in this for a big point of nostalgia, and I hate to be like, oh, minifigs, but I love the Battlefront 2 games growing up, and I just really want to see what the Galactic Marines and Bakara looks like. Just for like that reason, but I have no intention on ever buying this full price sealed or anything like that. Like,
think they put
it's just
money in
it's
it?
boring as.
It's so unrecognizable.
think
Yeah, you're
so, I
right.
think
They
so.
probably will put it. They probably
Yeah.
will put him in there. But it's so it's like literally in the films. It's not. It never appears in Clone Wars, right? And in the films, you see it for like a second before it gets blown up, and then that's it. So I don't really get this. And if there's any of these that I think are actually going to fall through and be untrue, I'd say it was this one because I can't see him doing it. And it'd have to
just-
be
I-
with that piece count. It'd have to be hollow as well. It'd have to be. There's no interior to that. It can't be, apart from maybe the cockpit. But
The price is just a little insane to me though compared to the pieces. Unless like
Yeah.
like Clips Films is on about they can't dual mold Snow Trooper helmets, and I was kind of talking to a few boys about this too, where they either print, bless you, they either print Trooper helmet and we get a dark red top helmet and pink face print because Lego's white print is pretty ass. But I think they're going to go like kind of all out with the dual molding here. I think they're going to dual mold the Marines helmets.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Well, they should
I
do
mean,
if they're doing it at that price with those pieces. I mean, I know we don't
Yeah.
always agree price per piece, but it's getting. I mean, I was going to lead us to the end, but I know Lego's always been expensive, and we don't always agree price per piece. But apart from maybe the Grogu this year or next year, everything just seems really overpriced.
Yeah.
I think people have been
Absolutely.
excited for this set
It's
purely what
ridiculous,
the
to be
figures are going to
honest.
come with it. That's it.
that's it.
No, you're
yeah,
not
absolutely.
wrong.
So,
Padawan.
so if that's the case, I don't know why they wouldn't have just done a battle pack and had it over with, because then at least people can build them up. But then that's maybe why they're doing it, because they want people to spend this much to be able to get those Galactic Marines. Because they know we want them, or they know people want them.
I feel like Lego's just pushing to see how much Star Wars fans will pay. I think it's just getting a bit ridiculous.
Well, look what they did with the ATT with the 212. So they put Phase 2 Cody, which everybody was clamming for, and even 212. We didn't really get them anywhere else, and it was like you had to buy that set to get multiples of them. And we all thought, yeah, they'll follow it up with a battle pack. And 2-3 years have gone by, nothing. So, and I'm gutted because I didn't get that ATT, so I've missed that Cody. So
It's still you could still get it pretty. You could still get it for £20 below retail.
Yeah, it's been out long
ATT,
enough,
like,
isn't it?
it's-
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
goes
still
down.
out till next
I've seen it
year.
about 83 in Smiths sometimes, something like that.
I know, but I'm not going to spend that on this because I got the previous two versions. I just don't see the point.
see.
It's not
No,
moved
that's
on
fair
enough
enough.
from the previous. So
Buy
it's like,
yourself a Cody off eBay and be done with it. That's what I'd say.
I won a Cody from Ostaf. You can take it.
Oh, Christ me. No, I'm not a minifigures guy. I was just making a general point in that I think they might do the same with this. And they might make it exclusive. So we'll never get a battle pack. But we'll get the figures we want. So people have to buy bloody hundreds of these things if they want a division of them or whatever. So, which sucks.
Well, do we
but
think we'll
they ain't
see?
stupid.
Do we think we'll see, like with the 212, they appear in the ATTE, and then 6 months, a year later, they appear in a magazine and an advent calendar?
Not a bad shout.
Yeah.
It'd be a bit insane
it's-
for sure.
I tell you what, I won't mind buying this set. I think you might have already said it. I won't mind buying the set if the figs are phenomenal. You get the dual molded helmet, the dual molded legs. You get maybe a Kama and the pauldron. Could you imagine? Like, I don't think anyone would really have an issue with it anymore if you had like the figures at top level, and that's where like the money's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a funny feeling they have printed capes, so like Stormtroopers.
Yeah, crap.
I'd love to see. Yeah,
No doubt.
I've got a funny feeling.
Bring back figs like this, boys. Do you know what I mean? The
We
most
just full screen
underrated, most underrated clone figure we've had for Star Wars ever. The Arc Trooper.
And while we're on that subject, guys, Cool-Han-Luke Bricks episode planned for 2025. Best Battle of the Battle Pack clones. Clones. Didn't we say we were going to just do clones from specifically from Battle Packs or all Star Wars? Anyway, we're going to do an episode like that again where we rank them. Yeah, I think we might be limited ourselves there because there has been
Mr. Alex is correct here. I think the figs will carry this set if it's done right. 100%.
I don't know. I just the UT-80 is one of those ships that like I've seen like a lot of like clone fans really hype up, and it's just so. I don't know. Like I kind of want to move on. It's that's okay.
Yeah, it's such a like you said, unremarkable ship.
I know people were saying about weren't too sure if they're going to do many with Revenge of the Sith, but this isn't it? The one we had, the one you just showed there from. So why are they not putting a little, on the box, 20th anniversary? It's a shame, really.
Can I just quickly say,
most people don't do 20th. I know that, but it's...
Before we move on, do you reckon this is going to be a carbon copy of the UT-AT that was supposed to come out years ago, but we never got it, the prototype? Because we had Yavin 4 was a prototype, and they finally released it years and years later.
Yeah, but it was nothing like the version.
That did look nothing, so I think it will be slightly different.
It wasn't. Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that far off. It just had more panels on the front, basically.
No, because didn't you ever see the one where Ryan made it.
Productions.
Yeah, he made it on
Yeah.
his stream, and it was like more to scale with Vader's castle, and it was kind of lots of studs. Whereas with this one, if you've seen the original, it ties in even with the older version of the ATT, the ATT 2008, I think it was ATT that came out, where it was very kind of a very studded type feel. That whatever it was, prototype that you saw, I think, was around about that sort of time scale. So no, but yeah, in terms of like, you know, the build as such, I think but I think they will use like the finishing techniques or the kind of tiled off mostly version they use use now. But definitely, I think it'll be scaled down as well to that one because that one was quite big.
I feel like it's going to be very, very similar because I've had a look at the ATT versus the UT-AT there in universe. And they're obviously, apart from the legs or tracks that the UT-AT has or whatever, I feel like it's going to be just basically like the ATT with the legs chopped off and just a bit stretched. I can't see it. The only thing is, are they going to go for an all grey one or these red accents? Because it is absolutely impossible to see from the 4 frames it appears in Revenge of the Sith. But
yeah, there's the only one they've got to go off because I just looked on what's it called, Wikipedia. And it's only in Revenge of the Sith. It's a wreckage of it in Battlefront 2 or something like that. And then there's Galaxy's Edge. It was in, and that was it. That's only media it's been in.
Does it appear in any of these kind of cross-section books or reference books anywhere? I'm wondering where you can see like the layout and scale of it. Because how would they have done it otherwise?
It just says Battlefront 2 cutscene only. Episode 3. And The Force Unleashed, wreckage only.
Yeah,
like, I'm calling it, guys. I think this is going to be a bag of hot air. Yeah, it's going to be a bag of hot air. Not a crap set. I think this is going to disappear, and this ain't going to happen. I'm going to put it in my. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
If you look at the frame, it's in. This is why I think it will definitely have the red accents. If you look at the Revenge of the Sith frame that it appears in, it has got the red accents plain as day, the cockpit and on the front. So
yeah.
Sorry, Martin, you saying you don't think this is going to happen? You think it's...
Nah, I think this is a fluff. We've got some information wrong, or they haven't clarified it. I don't know. The piece count for me, it don't sit right.
Very strange.
You wait until we get onto the turbo tank leak then. Jesus Christ.
Oh God, yeah.
We need to discuss. Right. We need to discuss this turbo tank leak because I've heard from sources that this is not real.
Yeah. I've also heard
this is all.
I thought that, to be honest, but
349 pieces. Could it not have been 849 pieces or 1349 and they've missed a one off? Because we don't know where this is. We don't know where this is coming from. Is somebody looking over someone's shoulder, a piece of paper? Do you know what I mean? So
can I tell?
So
can I tell you what I've heard about that? Oh, sorry.
I say when the AT-ST, when the AT-ST and the turbo tank leak dropped, I asked a few people whether this was Gen, and then I got a few messages back saying not a chance, it's not real. Since then, only the AT-ST was confirmed to have been real, and I heard nothing else about this. So I think this is a load of shit.
People have got this mixed up with this.
Yes.
I don't know if this is loading the Rebuild the Galaxy. I've heard that's something around that.
This has got
I can't confirm or deny anything about it.
I've not seen it. This is new to me.
The only other thing I saw in this was the Ewok Y-Wing, Bounty Hunter Ewok Y-Wing.
They're releasing season 2, aren't they?
It didn't look. Oh, right, okay. I was going to say, because if it's from that.
I thought they were going to do that one. I can't remember what it's called, the one from Andor, and put some legs on it. I can't remember what the ship, the small. The only one they brought out for Andor, and then stick some legs on it. I thought they might do that.
Using the Force to try and grab it. Ran out for today.
It's called
that the chibi gunship? Is that one, the wee grey?
Yeah.
Gunship at home. I don't know. That's what I heard, is that this turbo tank. Yeah, that's it there. I've heard that the turbo tank was mistaken for this Rebuild the Galaxy.
It's great for.
I actually think it looks pretty good. Yeah,
it does. It
does.
Well,
set big time.
It's better in hand. Yeah, it's
Overpriced, but it's a good.
That's well built. Yeah, I mean, it looks almost exactly like the Source. So that's all you want, isn't it?
Oh, hell yeah.
You're right though. I think it looks more like a mini Razor Crest, but okay. But yeah. No, I don't know. Like I said, the turbo tank is the one set where I would say if they were going to redo it, ATT, fair enough. Yeah, they could scale that down from the original, but the last turbo tank that came out, it's just if you go back to that turbo tank picture, not the Lego set so much, but the actual picture, it just needs something down the chassis to bulk it out, because those the versions we've had are kind of gangly. I've got the 2018 I think version, whatever one, the first version that came out, and it's like the legs are kind of like, I don't know, they remind me of those old-fashioned kind of I can't remember what they're called, those toys with the gangly legs, and it's just a bit whereas it looks solid when you see it in universe, whereas like just solid, the wheels kind of go up and down, but the whole thing is like one big block, and it just doesn't have that. It's all hollow underneath. So
see, I would like them to bring one out, but I wanted a Bad Batch version with all the new Bad Batch figures. But then when I saw 7 Plus and how many, I thought, nah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Lego should still do sets for young kids and stuff like that. Yeah, fair enough. But
it appears in The Mandalorian as well. I was surprised they didn't have a scene with that and the pirates who were trying to attack it, where there was a couple of those speeders. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I've just watched that episode actually. Yeah, it's weird.
It's such a bulky ship. It's just a shame they've never done a true version of it. So, but I don't know. Really weird. Unless they're going down the line now of where we've had the MIDI scale ships. Are they going to start doing MIDI scale like land vehicles? Because I'm up for it. If
MIDI scales, they need to stick with just the big ships personally. But
I agree.
If they do it well, I think it'll be all right. But you're right. I think it'll look too much like a microfighter. So.
But that, as for what this Rebuild the Galaxy said, is it literally could be anything. That's if we don't no information really about it.
Like I said, I've not seen this one, so
it's all been a bit muddy because this has just been published by, and I'm getting bricked up thinking about this. This is one I'm actually really looking forward to next year.
So does that mean we're getting an extra UCS? Is this going to be, because it's an UCS 18 set? Plus? Is it going to be a UCS set? So
yeah, and I got a theory next year. I got a theory on this. It might be a bit of a harebrained theory, but 25 years of UCS in 2025, right? Yeah. 25 years of UCS. I think we're gonna have some new box art to celebrate the 25 years. You know, I'm not saying it's going to be in keeping with the current normal line. I'm not saying it's going to, but I think they're going to move away from the black box. I think they're going to do a third one as a kind of 25th anniversary release. But I think I think that this is going to be the second one, and the Death Star is going to be the additional set for the year kind of thing. But obviously depending on when they release it, because I don't necessarily trust these dates. But no, I like the idea of this. AT-ST is one of my favorite vehicles. So
I would 100.
The Death Star. This should be the GWP.
If they do it as a 25th anniversary, of UCS sets, then they've missed a trick here, because they should have done it in July, because July is when the X-Wing released.
I'm just thinking more like, I think they'll celebrate the year, and that's why they're bringing 3 out. I don't think it's going to be 3 every year. I think it's like to celebrate 25 years of UCS. They're giving us basically some, because they're quite some legendary sets if you think about it. Everybody's wanted a Jango Fetts Slave One, and then they're going to release the biggest or the most expensive set ever, and throw in an extra goodie as well that they've needed redoing for a long time.
Yeah. This wouldn't even fit the mold. This wouldn't even fit the mold of a May 4th set, because it's too small. You know what I mean? Like, unless they were to up price it 250, and then everyone would be fuming.
The May set's going up though this year anyway, as well. The Slave One's not going to be 240. It's going to be. Is it going to be $300? They said.
Isn't Jango?
Sorry,
$300.
Oh, is it $300? Not 250 now, is it?
That's the
rumor. According to Cooper's,
rumor, if it's $300, that excites me.
2,970 pieces.
if it's $300, that excites me because that means it's more than likely going to be very similar to the Boba Fett slave one.
Well, I must admit, to what you said earlier about this set, I thought this might not be true, to be honest.
Well, when was the last time we had more than 2 UCS sets in 1 year?
That's what I was thinking, but obviously you said earlier that is, come from some good sources. So
I'm really, really looking forward to how. Obviously, I think when this came out in 2000. The one in Image came out in 2005 or 6. Was it?
2006.
We're talking, and I think for the time, really good. But I'm really looking forward to see how they actually get the shaping of it, because the AT-ST kind of goes pretty slim in the chin, so to speak. That's why, as much as I like the play scale ones, I don't think they ever can actually get it down without doing some illegal building techniques.
I'll tell you what, though, if they released it exactly the same as they have, if they basically re-released the 2006 one, I'd buy it. Because I think it's good.
And if you ever want to see all the UCS, a show where they rank all UCS ships up to a certain date, go back after the stream and watch UK Boys episode 3.
Oh, God.
Where UK guys ranked this, and this was the one you missed. This was the one you missed, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was the one we missed. Yeah.
Because I remember thinking they haven't done the AT-ST, and you guys were like, "Have we missed any guys?"
It is. I don't know why they didn't put it on. It wasn't on Brickset, and I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad it's like an OT set, but I'll wait and see if it's any good, because I've already got 2. I mean, I don't know how many more AT-STs I
Ultra Mix, this is not going to be in scale with your AT-AT, sorry. No chance.
Yeah, that's going to be a beast.
That AT-AT is as close to minifig scale, I think, as possible, am I right?
Yeah, so if you
let's not talk about that one. It's all subjects. I can't get it.
You know the play scale AT-ST.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that is basically in scale with the UCS AT-AT.
Well, it'd be pretty close, wouldn't it?
It's close. Yeah, it's close. So if they did a in scale one of these, a new one, it would be the same size as the play scale ones. Maybe if not, maybe a little bit bigger. But so I want this to be like a non in scale one, kind of like the Republic gunship. Everyone gives Republic gunship loads of shit. I love it, even though it's not minifig scale. Even though it's bigger.
It's like the Snowspeeder too. It's just
Well, and the
scaled up a bit too much, but that's There's very, very few UCS sets that are minifig scale. I think the Falcon, AT-AT, and I don't even think the Lambda class shuttle is. The Lambda class shuttle is definitely scaled up.
Yeah. What you just said there, Padawan, I've seen a picture of the AT-AT with the last AT-ST, the snow one, together, and they look pretty good.
What I did look quickly before I got onto this was the inflation calculator. So this cost I think Muttley's put here £65. That kind of goes just above £100 in inflation to now. So we're getting a hell of a lot more for what I reckon is gonna be bigger than this one.
Wait, this was £65 when it released as a UCS.
I looked on Brickset. Actually, Brickset says it was £58.
Jesus.
That's. By days.
Could only dream of.
But how many pieces? 1066 or is that 10? That's 1068.
I know £65 held much more value then, but still, that for me, that was like 2 nights out.
So 59 or 60 quid is what it was retail, and it had how many pieces did it have? 1,068 pieces. So this has got 480 more pieces than the old one.
That sounds about right with current building techniques.
But £140 dearer.
Are the legs movable on this? The old version? Are they posable?
Again, see, 1,500. It should be 160 quid.
Yes, I think so.
Muttley, have you built this? Have you built this, Muttley, or is it in your backlog? Alistair, you jumping on or not, mate? I know you said you wanted to at one point. I didn't really get a. clear. I wasn't clear whether you were going to or not. Let me know, mate. I'll throw you the link.
I think the UCS AT-ST is going to have its legs fixed in place like the AT-80 does.
Right.
You'll be able to move it, but you'll get like a little screwdriver.
Because most of the play scale versions, you can't move the legs either, can you? In fairness.
No. Just
In
looking.
fact, yeah, I think no, I don't think you can. Not that I remember. Not with any of the ones I've had, anyway. But anyway, okay. So I don't know. Interesting. Like I said, if it's a third UCS set, I don't know. If they're doing this as an additional line and it does become a regular thing, I'm not that bothered. But if this is taking the space of something else that could come out, then I might be a bit gutted because I won't be buying it. I sold my ones. The reason I was asking, Muttley, is I just wanted to know if the legs were posable. That's all. So
I'll take this AT-ST over free helmets.
Check that Ultra Bricks.
Definitely UCS.
Oh wait a sec, I forgot I could do it. They could make this walk with a similar mechanism as the Dune set. Really? That's interesting.
Well, like
it shows in the
wasn't
picture.
that
Look, it's in the picture down here. Look, you can see something going on where Cooper's face is. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Shit, I don't know how to zoom in here, but yeah.
No, you can see something. You can see this. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Fair, it doesn't. It says 18 plus and it says 200, but there's nothing saying. There's no one has said it's a UCS set.
Oh yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
It's got to be a UCS set. It makes no sense otherwise.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's.
But
if it is, that's very cheap.
Mm.
But there's not much to it. Do you know what I mean? There's not that much to it as a UCS set. It's the head that's where all the pieces are at.
Like. Mm-hmm. That's what
not unless he's gonna have a nice array of figs.
So this is kind of like whenever the idea that people shoot at the idea of like, oh, what if we get a Jedi Interceptor UCS set, and it's like you'd need two because they're that small.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're kind of getting at. Like the AT-STs, it is a chicken walker. Like it's all bone, really. Like
I think it's going to be upscaled.
I'm really intrigued to see it.
I think it's going to be upscaled. I mean, like it says there, it's you get a driver as the fig and a stand. If this was anything but a UCS set, you'd have more than one fig, and you wouldn't have a stand. So this is what making me think it's got to be. It's got Chewie was an 18 plus, but not UCS, but it has a plaque, and it doesn't do anything. Yeah. So in my mind, it's collector's edition. It's a display set. This is a display set. No matter what it's called, it's a display set.
All the helmets have got 18 plus as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they got plaques. So
in my mind, if it's got a plaque, it's a collector's edition set. Do you know what I mean?
Wait a sec. The R2 had a plaque. The buildable
the little buildable R2.
I don't think that had a. That wasn't 18 plus though. I don't think.
No, I think you're right because it wasn't black box. It wasn't black box art. Was it a 12 plus or something, or a 10 plus, or?
No, Mr. Alex, that Tanta from 2019 wasn't UCS. I'm guessing that's the one you're thinking of. It wasn't a UCS set, but it I do feel like it was kind of treated like because it was so damn good.
So the probe droid.
Did 2019 Tanta not have UCS on the box? I'm pretty sure it did.
Let me see, Tanta.
Yeah, sorry about that. Not that you probably won't know, but my cat just flew up everywhere.
Ah, thanks.
That's twice now. I'm getting a bit worried.
18 plus GWP.
Oh yeah.
Not Padawan. Nothing on the box that.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Indicates if it is. I actually like that box art that they did. Yeah, that's. I mean, it looks so good.
I don't know where they get these age things from. They just seem random. Look at them, all over the place. The 6s, the 7s, the 8s.
I've got a clue what that blue set was plus 18. I know.
Get rid of age ranges and just stick set building levels in there. You get like novice, like beginner, intermediate, expert.
Yeah.
Remember Legacy used to have an expert slap on a watch.
Skull Crusher.
Do you know what, Padawan?
Just
I'm at work at the moment for the little lad I look after. I'm building. It's like a seaplane, sort of a big yellow and red Technic set.
Oh yeah, I
And
know.
it
Yeah,
says-
I know what you mean.
It says +10 on it. Get on! I'd love, bloody hell, love to see a 10-year-old try and do that on his own.
Yeah, no, he's
Same
right.
goes-
he's right.
Building my McLaren F1 car, and pretty sure that's like a 10 or 12 plus, and I'm like, I was losing my rag over it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not if I want Austin, as if you want. I don't want you to feel forced into anything, mate. But that might be his terminology. But I'll throw it to him anyway.
I'm excited for the set though. I am excited. I'm if this is as it is an upscaled AT-ST kind of UCS collectors with a plaque and all that good stuff, I want it.
Yeah, no, I'm really hoping because Paddle, you heard about whatever this also could have been rumored as. I don't know if we could speak too much on what it was supposed to be, but that sounded like absolute ass.
You're gonna have to spell
Oh
it
yeah,
out
I know what you
for
mean.
sets,
Yeah,
aren't I?
yeah.
I thought that was absolutely abysmal. Like this makes no sense in any facet, but I could stick up this next one. I mean, this has already been talked to death.
But this could link with your.
I know you guys
327
talked about it.
Star set. Just saying.
Another clean set.
It's
Do you know what? I'd rather had a 200.
I don't know. Thanks,
Where is
Cooper. I didn't want to say. Yeah, it was supposed. The AT-ST was rumored originally as some sort of weird AT-AT hybrid.
Oh, you're on about
Am I
that?
getting the right, Coops? Yeah.
Oh, you're on about
That's why,
the
like-
display? The like weird.
Aye.
Yeah. Ah, right. Okay. Now
Not-
I'm on. Yeah.
Not UCS set, but not play set. You can't really play with it, but you can't. I don't know. General Veers was the original figure rumored, and then when I seen that this AT-ST was rumored, I was like, thank God. It just made no sense at all to have an AT-AT. Like it
No.
just doesn't. Like it
Just
really
straight
doesn't.
after the AT-AT had retired. Stupid.
Absolutely. Like yeah.
Where's Tech? What's he talking about here? Have I missed something?
Yeah. So we can say now.
Right, so yeah, so originally there were some rumors that the AT-ST was supposed to be an AT-AT 18 plus display set, not
okay.
UCS, but not play set, like a weird hybrid. And again, one minifigure, General Veers. People were like, this makes no sense. Every single AT has had snow troopers, you know, not just minifigures, but it's, you know, packed out. Like, it makes no sense. But then, yeah, I wonder if they would do AT-ST. It was not rumored a few years ago, an AT-ST driver. I don't know if it was ever
Cooper, mate, how was your
anything
dad's
ever came
birthday?
of it, but
Hopefully you're enjoying your vacation, mate. If you change your mind and you're bored, or you snuck off to the toilet, let us know.
Well, we are getting an AT-AT driver helmet, though, aren't we?
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I haven't really looked at this leaks because I wanted it to be as exciting for me as it is for everybody else. So
The
I
world
barely
of
looked.
social media, baby. You can't get away from it. Just
But
imagine.
again, they had a prototype of that, didn't they, years ago? Didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. So they're supposedly re-releasing that set.
May
and-
1st.
Yeah, May 1st, and it's on the list. So I'm not saying anything I can't say otherwise. It's in the public domain.
Did we shout out Brick Hive? Because I didn't see it till now. Lurking
Yeah.
and working.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
said it.
Sorry, guys, I'm not with it today. Shout out to Hive.
Yeah, AT-AT helmet coming next year is rumored, which I welcome. I like it. I think it's cool.
I always loved the AT-AT and TIE Fighter helmets because they always looked like giant bobbleheads on the actual
Yeah.
uniforms. Like they were just so oversized compared to every other infantry and military. And what do you think about the Separatist MTT? Like, I haven't really spoke much about it, but I'm hoping it's just better than the 2014 one.
Like I said, my original prediction is it's going to be bigger, smaller than the No, bigger than the 2014 one, but smaller than the 2008 one. Is it? Whatever.
Yeah, it's 2007.
2007. Yeah, I think it's gonna be in the middle of that.
Yeah, but again, the piece count on this looks really shy, doesn't it? 976. It doesn't look nowhere near enough.
Upping up Star Wars tax, aren't they? Because they know we'll buy it. Or
What was the piece count on the last MTT that came out? I mean, it's quite a few years ago as well, isn't it? So
2014,
That's 2014. 954,
Oh,
this ain't nowhere
and that
near
retails
enough.
for 90
Even if it's scaled down, that's not enough.
dollars. I think something's gone awry here.
This is
I
this
don't-
one
I don't
throws
know.
up questions like the AT-OT or UT-AT. This one throws up too many questions for me in terms of its validity. 2 figures and 11 droids.
I'm not going to say too much, but I feel like some of these rumors are kind of like. Remember, the Imperial Star Destroyer was rumored as a Death Star playset.
yeah.
Hmm.
I feel like some of these are kind of like that. Just the price and pieces just don't make. I
And
knew
for ages,
price
that
like the
droid
10
set-
cents per piece.
For ages, the droid set we said was going to be a buildable figure, wasn't it? Or a character, but
Well, I remember watching it might have been ACOB or someone else back, and it was from ages ago. I don't know what brought it to my attention. I watched it back, and they were talking in there about leaks and rumors. And I'm thinking, wait a sec, everything they've talked about has come out except for that one they mentioned. And then, like I said, I think it's just because it gets leaked, they talk about it, and then it just gets forgotten about. Nobody goes back and says, wait, what was this list? Where's everything from this list? Necessarily, at least not at that point. Don't ask me what the set was, but I'm thinking, that never came out. What? So I do think there's still potential for these things to just disappear into the ether, potentially.
I think this and the UT-AT are like the. Have they got the details right? But I just the price on this matching to the pieces just this is only 22 pieces more than the 2014 one. I don't have an inflation
now you said
calculator,
that,
but
I'm questioning it a bit.
yeah. And the 2014 one was look that was $90 back then in 2014 to 2015. I'm just gonna throw out inflation now, $115, if that. I don't see.
I'll ask you guys as well, if they do bring this out, would you prefer this version or would you prefer them to do the original brown lump?
The big brown turd. No, I'd
rather have this one. if I'm honest.
I would as well, because this is
Yeah.
more.
I haven't got any of the other two, but I think I prefer this.
Nobody's redoing the Battle of Naboo, are they? Nobody's building the Battle of Naboo in their basement on base plates. They're doing Clone Wars sets.
Just
Clone Wars battles.
pure base plates with green tiles and then just bigs everywhere.
And boomers rolling around all over the place, like.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I've said it once and I've said it, but I'll say it again. But like, we need a Gungan battle pack.
Yeah,
I know
that
they're an
I agree
absolute
with.
joke of a military, but I think they.
No, but I agree with that, and I think I agree with that, and I'd get a couple just because I think I'm not a big figures guy, but I just think
You've said that before, Matthew, and I'll say the same. If you're going to have that, then I want an Ewok battle pack as well. Then
yeah.
Absolutely.
No, you're right.
Come on.
And then I want a Wookiee battle pack. So
there you go. Padawan?
Was that battle pack?
What strange battle pack do you want?
Oh, I don't know. I have to.
Tusken Raiders.
Ooh.
I mean, we've gone from Gungans, Ewoks, Wookiees.
But I think they're all valid
Yeah.
recommendations.
What's that? Hang on. I'll get back to you. I got an idea. I just need to think of his name.
What about the Wookiee family from the holiday special?
Oh my god. Wookiee family Christmas special battle pack. We need a droid one. Droid battle pack, yeah.
With
Jingle bells.
Can you imagine that
Yay.
Lego finally announces they're going to do they're going to reincorporate capes again in a figure set coming, and we're like, yeah, great, and it turns out to be the red cape that Chewie wears in that show.
Oh, God.
Fucking red cape. Or
It's the
whatever
most
it is.
intricately designed cape ever or whatever, isn't it? This doesn't have like markings on it or
I want a battle pack full of like the same species as Meeber Gascon. You know, the guy that's the colonel that's in charge of the fucking droid squad.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he?
Oh,
tiny?
the little guy.
Yeah, the little guy. I want to
Yeah, cool.
He's the most on-Star Wars looking Star Wars alien there is. He looks like a Nickelodeon character. Like, he just...
He
Really well up.
droid with him in it. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Or
the head of the droid.
Corporal, the pit droid, Corporal Whack.
yeah.
I want to see if I can get this image loaded up because this is... I typed in Meeber Gascon and someone made a pretty funny...
Because
This is
Tyler's a fan of him, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know, this MTT, like, if it's real, that price is absurd. But then again, because I agree with Icky, like, I don't think it's any sets in particular. I just think it's Star Wars as a whole next year it seems to be really, really expensive.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
they
I meant.
almost
I
seem to
didn't
be-
mean just particularly. I mean, you look at the next wave coming out. The only one that was sort of decent, really, was the Grogu set. Grogu. Sorry, I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Where the rest, yeah, I know you don't like it, but I mean, for what you're paying and how many pieces you're getting and stuff like that, I just think a lot of things. I don't know. I've really seen it this year.
Do you mean
It
the
just
third?
seems like that they're really like, oh well, Star Wars fans, they're going to pay whatever. Let's just go for it and see what we can get off of them. Hey!
That's what Padawan wants there.
What's that?
A brick-built Meeber Gascon set.
Oh, they done that. What's that? Is that like a slug piece?
That's a cherry piece, I think, in green.
Yeah, what have they? Oh, they've just done an illegal move and slotted it into like a clip, a 1x1 clip.
They used to do. I think they when they did the SpongeBob theme, they used to do Gary the snail like that.
Yeah, it is mine.
the
Yeah,
cherry pieces,
yeah,
yeah.
they've just clipped it into a green. Yeah.
Yeah, they did it on one of the They did it on one of the advent calendar builds. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the Marauder advent calendar build where they just slide the top wing piece into the one of those clips, which you wouldn't normally do in Lego. So
Can I just say,
Can
have
I-
more
can I bring
faith
up
now
something?
in the Go on.
No, I'll let you finish because I want to kind of bring up a topic here.
I was going to say, I quickly, before I forget, because I've got the memory of a
Really badly.
goldfish. I have more faith now in the Jango Fetts Slave 1 being the same size as the Boba Fett Slave 1 because it has 1,000 more pieces than the Boba Fett one. Have you noticed that?
More?
So the the Boba Fett Slave 1 in 2015 was 1,997 pieces, I think. Whereas the Jango Fett Slave 1's got 2,970 pieces.
You need it to be the same size, really, don't you? I mean, it's.
But that's what I mean. Like Martin's been saying, I think it will be, but the finishing techniques are a lot better now. So there's smaller parts. Yeah,
Well, just to
there's
pee
more-
you off, they make it slightly bigger.
Yeah, pieces 1,996 pieces in the Boba Fett Slave 1.
I even think the Boba Fett one was for the time. I even still think now it is classy looking. What's up, Oaktown?
I'm gonna go
You're
get
going to
it.
call it
well,
now.
this-
They're not going to be calling it Jango Fett Slave 1.
Jango Fett
fire
Starship.
spray,
Starfire, yeah.
fire spray. Yeah.
So, Cool-Han, this is kind of something I wanted to bring up because I think you've talked about it on the stream with Hive. Like the raising of Lego prices. Like, do you reckon they'll probably plateau for 5 years before they raise them again? I think it's got to the point where it's just.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person, mate.
But
When
it's
it comes
only-
to prices and stuff, I don't buy into it, and I'm not great with stuff like that. So
It's putting me off a lot for buying certain sets this next year.
I don't pay full price for anything, so it's not relevant to me. That is a beast. They need to bring back that box art, if nothing else, just for that.
It's
just
amazing.
for
The
that.
best
Oh,
bit.
sorry.
And what? Sorry,
Yeah.
can you quickly sort of run through what you were saying then about the piece size, because I kind of missed it and I wasn't really sure what you were getting at.
So this has 1,996 pieces in it.
Right.
The Jango Fett Slave 1 that's coming out next May has 1,000 more pieces than this.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that
1,000.
means it's going to be smaller though.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
that may-
What I'm saying is, I agree with you because the building techniques are so refined now. There's going to be a lot more smaller pieces, which makes me think it could potentially be the same size as this.
Yeah, and I think knowing that people are going to want to put the two together, they'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, that's why I bought this. I bought this because I was worried that it was going to go up astronomically in price as soon as the Jango Fett one was revealed. Eventually.
But also, has that one got a plaque?
What do you mean? Has it got a plaque?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's got a plaque
and a stand.
and a stand for it to go on. Yeah.
Wee.
Sorry,
I
I
built
was
mine yet.
wasn't sure. Sorry.
Ooh, he's had a shave.
Nah, dude.
I'm going to build mine
Can-
when the Jango Fett one gets released. The hype.
Can I just say
Do a
something
20,
about the Jango Fett
do
one?
a 24-hour build stream, mate. Do both back to back.
Ooh.
What do you reckon if the Jango Fett's Starships, Fire Spray, Delta, whatever is? I have a feeling it might be bigger.
It could be.
What if it's like 25% bigger and it's like, damn, it makes Boba Fett's one look.
Well, I'll put a
Not like
question
shit,
to me.
but
When was the last time Lego built any set and you were able to say, "Oh, they've done it bigger"?
Done it bigger? I don't
The answer would probably be never.
UCS. But this
Yeah,
is the reason I said about this is like 1,000 more pieces. And I know it could be 1,000 studs or whatever or tiles, but
We're matching.
I'm just gonna go off a few. I'm just gonna like base myself off a few.
So we got almost the full contingent of Cool-Han-Luke. Almost the full contingent. I won't say who the missing person is. I wonder if they know. This is the full contingent, and I only say that because the invite's been out there, and we've now invited a guest. So I don't want to be like, we can't get any more than 6 in here. So, so what I will say though, Matthew, what's your ETA? Are you like, nobody's asking you to leave, but oh, he's got the 6 day. Have you busted it yet, mate?
No, I just got home.
Are you gonna
think of the resale value.
You're gonna do a live open?
That's what I was going to ask last week. Did anyone, as in the UK boys, did anyone get that? Because I did this stuff. Just two.
I did,
two
but
prices for me this time.
I'm going to be collecting it in June along with everything else.
No, what with everything going on, I just thought no. That's
I
like
think
70 odd quid on it. I was
I
like,
think-
no, I can't.
I think all the UK boys put it on back order, to be honest with you, because the shipping is just ridiculous.
What's this?
The 6-day calendar, 12-day
Yeah,
calendar.
I ordered mine. Pick it up in Brickworld.
No, I
Same, yeah.
was just saying, Padawan. Then this time I didn't. I stopped. I said no. I just can't do it.
Well,
I can't do it.
they've still got some. They still got some left, mate. Because I'm not saying that you should go and buy one because of that. I'm just saying that I think it wasn't as popular as perhaps they thought.
I mean, I've enjoyed the other ones and that, but I just thought no, I just can't justify that, and I just need the money for Brickworld. So yeah.
Save,
Yeah, I'm
save,
sure.
save, baby.
I'm shooting myself in the foot every time I buy into one of these. But again, it's the FOMO that's kicking in for me. So.
Yeah, and but I did. I was really strict myself. I thought, no, it's just like, do I really? No.
You gotta let them slide, mate. You
Yeah,
can't.
gotta let some.
I've had
Yeah,
every
see,
one.
I
So,
got him. I got him.
yeah, I was
coming.
about to say I've had
Human
every one
jabber.
so far, but the day is coming. But I didn't get the human jabber, so yeah.
The human jabber wasn't theirs though. It was more Ryan's.
It's Ryan's.
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I've
No,
had
but still buy
every-
that, I think.
Every single one. Austin, they as Studlake personalized every single one, putting your name on it.
Yeah.
Nice, love it.
Mine's the Osif.
Is it-
Brick
Has it
World.
got?
for
Has it
you
got the
to-
ba- Has it got the band sticker?
A Brickworld Chicago 24 MVP.
I got number 4.
Has it got the band sticker?
You have got your ban.
Yeah. I just cut all the seals, so I'm trying to open it, but not like force.
No.
I don't
Have you
know.
got the band? Have you got the band sticker?
Oh yeah.
No, on the box. on your
Oh!
set, I mean.
I'm just grabbing more stuff that he sent with it.
Oh, so well, he sent you some band stickers separate.
No, he sent me some extras of the.
Oh damn.
Oh right, cool, classic.
Nice.
We're gonna make ban so big next year.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put the band sticker on that because that came out after the band was kind of up and running. So
I want a band T-shirt.
I also got.
So is the plan for you then, Martin, next year? Want
Nice.
a Cool-Han-Luke gang Christmas special holiday set?
Oh, mate, I wouldn't know where to start. But I mean, at the moment, I was playing with the idea of while we're on the subject of kind of, brick world ideas. I've got a couple, and I don't want to bore everybody with it here. But
What?
here he goes.
Which one?
But yeah, just before you open that, just before you open it, mate, all I was going to say is, as an idea, I was thinking that we could do if we manage to go through with this recording of Boxer Boys UK version, and then we can, like we were talking about a little bit on the stream, I think we could just create a fake beef, just to create just have a fake beef between the UK boys and the ACOB. Just well, I say the UK boys, you know what I mean, the contingent and AGOB, and just see if it kind of gains any traction, just to see, fake beef.
I will say.
But anyway, sorry.
Some ammo for you. PADAWAN, are you still down to throw?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to step away from the challenge, even though I might lose the challenge, but I'll give it my best shot.
Is this the jiu-jitsu out in the car park with all the cars parked around?
Anything goes. But which one do we open first?
Well, we've seen the trailer. Sorry. So.
It's all random.
Oh, is it? Oh, they don't have.
Do the top.
Right.
Do the matte black bricks one.
They're
Sure,
all
it's a
six-sided, so they've all got all prints on each side. So it doesn't. But
I actually remember
yeah.
that
Right.
was-
The packaging is immense, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah, fair.
I still haven't opened my box of boys. I can't.
Neither have I.
Same. Wait a sec. Do you know what number you are, though?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
What?
No,
Slurpy.
the box of boys is the the one where it's Sean and Brent, the figures.
Sorry.
Oh, those,
Yeah, yeah.
right, sorry.
What do we
I was
think we
thinking
got
in
in
the case.
box?
Um,
What's in here?
I'm gonna say it's the Brent.
Shanta.
It is
it's
the
Streeter.
noobs. Noobs. I'm going for.
I told you.
Was that right?
Yeah. Oh, dude, look at the packaging, dude.
Nice.
I need to make my
Very
own
nice.
sig thing. Have you while we're on this kind of thing for Brickworld next year,
Mhm.
Martin, have you figured out how we're going to do a swag bag yet?
I have given it some thoughts. I've got a sig fig, and I was chatting to London Bridge Bricks, and he said the best thing you can do is get a sig fig and give it out. And I'm like, it cost me about 11 quid to put my sig fig together. There's no way I'm doing loads of those. So I was just like, yeah, nah. I mean, the only thing I did order was 50 eggs, but that was when I was going on to I was playing up the whole sort of Cool-Han-Luke thing, which I've kind of ejected now from everything, apart from the name. But mine is a sig fig of Cool-Han-Luke's body, as in like a prisoner, if you've ever seen the film, with my head and face, and then 50 eggs, 50 of the Lego eggs. Obviously they're not all on the figure, but it was just for something I was going to put together, but it just never came to fruition. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the sig fig thing is everyone else has done it. I think we need to get our own thing done, and do like a brick. I know it's very basic and very easy, but if we can price up getting something printed, a brick printed with our name on it, and then we can take a load, get them signed on the back, but give them out as well. I don't know. That's the only thing I've been thinking of. 1x6.
I was going to ask about, because I'm going to register for Brickworld soon, but it asks what lug you're part of. Now I'm part of an Irish lug. But do they want us to
GRTH lug. It's in the Discord, mate.
Right,
It's
I'll
official.
throw that down.
I have no idea what I actually put, to be fair, and how do I figure out what I put?
PADAWAN.
I don't even remember. I
Don't even know if I did.
don't even remember putting mine in. There you are, like Cooper's Bird. GRTH lug.
Boys, I'll walk you through
Do that.
the check.
Oh, by the way,
Does that get printed onto your brick?
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think
don't
no,
know.
I think that's separate. That's separate because he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it yet. The brick stuff.
Well, I'm gonna say
No, it goes on. It goes on your badge.
give us
Nice.
2 badges then.
Beautiful.
Full screen.
Nah. Oh hell yeah!
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, cool latte, dude.
Nice.
I wish
Looking
my dad,
alright.
like. Does anyone ever just wish they had like,
Someone
two
else
mics?
here.
Just
A stud on the top of your head, yeah.
Just the...
Oh shit, have we got somebody else in the waiting room?
Yeah. Maul's Vengeance.
What
Oh,
is going on, boys? What is going on?
Hello.
Justin, how we doing, mate?
You guys
How long
hearing
were
me
you-
properly now? Hearing good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
good, mate.
We can hear you.
How long were you waiting, mate? 'Cause we
Oh,
didn't
it was
notice
just
you.
a couple minutes. These football
Oh,
gods did not want me to come on. It's still in overtime, but I'm just letting it go. I'd rather be
Who-
on here with the boys.
Which team were you? Or who was playing, and which team were you supporting?
The Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers, and unfortunately, the Arizona Cardinals. Unfortunately, yeah, we're a 7-7 team. They're 3-11, and we needed to win this game for the playoffs, and just choked. This is what it is.
No.
Yeah, glad to be on here though. Nice to see you.
Yeah. So this is Justin, everybody, aka Maul's Vengeance. He made his sort of ACOB debut when he was kind of invited on as a kind of flash on guest.
I put UK boys as the lug.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I have some UK in my blood.
Yeah, no, he's talking.
That's what they had, bro.
He's talking about something else. He is, Justin. He's talking about subject we were covering before. So when you filled out your Brickworld application, it should have asked you if you're in a lug, which is a Lego user group.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you put for it?
Wasn't it like Girth Lug or something like that?
That's right. Yeah. So you got
that
it. Yeah.
on. Got that
I
on.
think I left mine blank.
Yeah, I did mine so long ago I can't remember. So,
No.
but
Keeping
anyway,
it as UK boys.
so if anybody so welcome Maul's Vengeance. Obviously, we'll call you Justin because it's a bit of a mouthful. I thought Cool-Han-Luke bricks was long, but
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome on the show, mate. And obviously, unlike your sort of flash in the pan appearance in the Holiday Heater stream, this is, you're here until you want to leave, mate. So
I
until-
appreciate that. It's a lot less
until we
nerves
close.
too. That's a lot less. I like 11 compared to 200s. I'm not sweating
Yeah.
right now. I like this.
We're-
No nervous in the voice.
we're the poor men's version of ACOB, mate. But
Hey.
but I like the version of ACOB is the three words that are important in that sentence.
Exactly.
So
That's all that
as long
matters.
as
It's all.
yeah, a lot less pressure here. But the number 2 Star Wars Lego podcast out there, I like to think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dang
So
right. I'm
you've
glad
been
to
on
be
number.
up.
You've been on number 1. It's the only way is down from there, mate. So
Yeah, exactly. Dang
you
right.
might get invited on the 3rd best next. I don't know.
Exactly. Hey, shoot, you never know, man. You never know. But yeah, I appreciate your messages. That really got me secured in and locked and ready to go.
So you're definitely coming, yeah?
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm debating though. I don't know if I want to drive, take my Land Cruiser, be able to
Right.
take cooler stuff to display, but it is like a 24-hour drive, or just do the flight and then take some more little rare valuables and stuff like that. Because we have a table, right? You have to get some stuff on there.
Oh, dude,
Oh
said,
yeah, no.
24 hours,
It's-
make
it-
it a road trip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I was-
Stop at some cool places. Enjoy it.
Exactly. Arizona
have you
to
met-
Chicago wouldn't be bad.
Have you met Austin before?
I've seen him on TikTok for sure, but never met you.
I don't even have TikTok, dude.
Or sorry, not TikTok. Whatnot. Sorry. Right? Whatnot. Right?
What?
No.
No?
You might have seen him on ACOB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
for
been-
sure on ACOB. I
Yeah.
thought you were on Whatnot for some
I just
reason.
have the gram. That barely ever gets used.
So-
Ostef is the
Yeah,
target.
maybe.
He goes around and like.
Yeah, I can see the suits hanging in the background.
Dude,
as
you
well.
are a legend, Austin. You inspired me last night to ask for a store display. I got shot down, but you inspired me to do it.
Dude, I got shot
Was it
down,
Chief
dude.
Girth correspondent? Or something like that.
Dude, the worst part, this employee, he was just a base employee. He was like, I don't think I can get it to you, but maybe. I was like, oh, dude. Then the manager comes. She's like, no. She sets her
Hell
still
no.
here. And I was like, hey, my friend got one too. I made the lie. I was like, yeah, my friend got it. And I was like, I'll even buy the 2 sets, whatever.
Did you say did you name drop Ostif? If you name dropped Ostif, because I like to think now they've got his picture up around all of the targets around the US saying, look out for
beware
this
this
weirdo.
man.
I should have, man. I should have. That would have probably got it for me too, man.
I have a nugget for you boys.
But it was hectic, I will say. I know Tyler was on Stud City talking about it last night. Going shopping right now for Lego deals is nuts. That Lego aisle was constantly filled with carts and carts and carts and carts. But
I missed that one.
Displays.
But yeah, I just got 10 more 330 seconds for $10. Might as well pick them up, even with the helmet holes. But if they wouldn't have put those helmet holes in, I would be hunting every single Walmart around me and buying as many as I could. But it is what it is.
So while you're here, Justin, what I'll do is I'll introduce you to my normal 3 co-hosts who've been with me practically since the beginning, which is Slurpy, aka Matthew, and Whittaky, aka Martin. So those guys, the ones you might not have seen because they weren't in the Holiday Heaters stream, they're my usual co-hosts. And then obviously we've got Padawan, who you probably know, and then Ostif is also one of our sort of stand-in co-hosts. And then there's another guy who you've probably seen around the block, Oaktown Bricks. He's also one of our sort of stand-in co-hosts. So between the 6 of us, we try to operate 3 or 4 of us on every episode. But yeah, so look, we're going to carry on with what we've been talking about. So if you want to pipe up and make a comment, do so. But just bear in mind the fact that we have got, what are we halfway through the list to cover of these juicy rumors and leaks, Matthew?
I mean, to be quite honest, I only have one left, and it's the Death Star, because I didn't really bother kind of saving, well, not bother, but saving that whole list. But I mean, I can read off a bit more if you want.
Well, I thought we were going to, because there's a couple there where we've got a set number and a piece size or a price, and we don't know what it is. Are we going to maybe throw out some guesses for those, or what do you want to do? I mean, it's up to you guys.
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, this image is kind of blurry. I can't see it, but there's like a $200 set, 1,500 pieces, no name. It's like that could be anything. Buildable chopper, Kylo Ren helmet,
Chopper's
because
rumored, right?
Yeah, I was going to say Chopper's already been out there, and so is the 2 Kylo Ren sets, but are they on that list?
Yeah.
Let me talk through the list, and you stop me when you hear something that you think, oh, I haven't heard that yet, right?
Okay.
So, U-Wing, which we've heard, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So you got the U-Wing, Plo Koon Starfighter, which we now know is a microfighter, Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor, Arc 170, Grogu, which you already know, Acclimator, yes, Home 1, yes, Home 1 Star Cruiser. Yeah, sorry, I had a mind fart then. Kylo Ren Shuttle, MIDI scale. The Star Wars logo. Jango Fett helmet.
That's strange to me, yeah.
Which one? Star Wars? Which one? The Star Wars logo.
The Star Wars
logo.
Yeah, the Star Wars logo. Just because of the Marvel one, it's like there's no figs. It's just going to be a logo. It just seems to be a bit.
Well, the Marvel one's got is it not having figs?
Doesn't have them popping out.
It says no figs.
There's no figs. Oh, it does say no figs. No figs for the Star Wars logo.
Yeah.
That's going to be
$80
Star
too, by the way.
That needed at least a George Lucas and nothing else. I'd have been happy with just a George Lucas. But no, I don't think I haven't really seen anybody talk about this. But I haven't exactly been tied into everything. But I don't know. I feel like the logo, to me, is something that I would want to get, depending on the price. Have we got the price for it?
Yes, the price is $80, 65 quid.
I ain't going to be D1B in it, but I will be buying that.
Yeah.
Unless it looks absolutely dreadful. But fig or no fig, I'll be buying that. It's
Here's
just my
the
kind of
question.
thing. It's my kind of thing.
White writing or yellow writing? Is it black? Is it going to be black and yellow, or is it going to be black and white? That's the question.
If it's black and yellow, it has to be the iconic one.
Yeah.
If it scales nicely with this, I'm going to be well chuffed.
But if it's the white logo, it has to be, you do the original A New Hope when it was called Star Wars. That kind of it has to, but I can't see them getting the angles of it.
No.
No
Just
chance.
wondering if there's no special pieces in it or printed, then I just
I had a little Star Wars logo
Maybe
thing
cheaper.
I had. I couldn't find it. Oh no.
What if it's not going to be? But what if it was like the Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary logo? What if it was a brick built one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the
Yeah.
same one. I've got the
Nice.
same one, so I'm thinking of do they do that and then square it off so it's easier to build?
Is that a light up one there, Justin?
Oh yeah. Let me see.
I've got that light up
So-
on somewhere as well.
I mean, obviously the Lego one's very unlikely to light up, but if it scales with something like that, I think that'd look pretty cool.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And the good thing is with that,
if you hang it up on the wall too. If Lego does something like that, then that would be really.
well, I was just about to say the good thing is there's going to be basic bricks, right? So we can almost do any color we wanted then, quite
Exactly.
easily.
True.
Do the kind of yellow and orange fade, or whatever version of it you want over the years.
Wait, what if?
Green.
Stack minifigures on the top. Just
What if?
Yeah, you can just put your top boys on there, like.
exactly.
But anyway, I don't know. I don't think there's not really much to talk about with that, is there? Because it's kind of
No.
straightforward. But it is something they've
No.
never done before. So
What if they do something? Just hoping and wishing.
yeah, I like that.
Oh, I want that gold, that yellow. Oh gosh,
Hmm.
that would hit. That would hit.
It would hit, but it would alienate half of the fan base. So that's why I think they would go straight down the middle and do the original black and yellow
Yeah.
one from
I have a
the
feeling
original.
it'll always be black and white.
There's the official title.
Oh yes. Thank you.
Hey, Star Wars needs as much color as it can get. We need
Yeah.
yellow or something. God.
Also,
yeah, they did it in.
I'm gonna
They're doing great.
volunteer.
Mhm.
I just want to say,
Go ahead.
I think it was shouted out on the stream. We need to film you walking around like Chicago,
Oh, go for it.
going
man.
into Targets in a suit on the scene. Tell you, like,
Well, no, I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'll quickly, briefly talk about it here. What I was hoping to do, Republic Studs did the biggest ever panel,
Mhm.
or the largest YouTuber panel.
yes,
I was hoping that if we could, speak to Mark, obviously close to the time, get ourselves a table, do a stream from there, at least one stream from there, but try and see if we can get like a rolling thing of all of the guests, similar to what they did on the thingy stream, but with, and I know ACOP did this last year, I get that, so I know it's not an original idea as such, but try and get as much of the Girth Gang in and out as possible, because they gave it almost like as and when someone was there, but I'm just talking about like get everybody on, and then have Austin going off and with that extra camera and just walking around and reporting and like going out and poaching people. So if you go out and you find, I don't know, let's say for example you see just Papa Trip or Papa Rex is out there somewhere and you manage to find him and he's like, right, let's bring him back, and do like an Annika Rice thing and run him back to the desk and be like, there you go, you'll be an interview next, and you go out and find the next person and do something like that, like, I think the idea is a principle.
Because St. Martin, probably only me and you know that reference.
Annika Rice, yeah, I don't know why I said that, but
Just, really
or
I nearly bought him
breaking
Keith
news,
Chegwin.
like
yeah.
just have Austin like breaking news. Martin Whittaker's buying friend sets or something like that, or like just someone like, whoa.
Ew.
Just one thing. The next
Yeah.
time there's a live report, there is going to be an official blazer being debuted.
Really?
Ooh.
Have you sewn a patch onto it?
So Studlake, he sent me a PDF of the GNN and
Right.
then the ACOB.
Oh, nice.
logo, and I have it being embroidered currently.
Oh, nice.
Dang.
Nice.
Deadly.
So that brings me back to what we were talking about before Justin jumped on, where we were saying, what are we going to do, to kind of represent when we go over there? I mean, I know, Padawan, you mentioned goodie bag. I mean, I don't know who's funding that, but
I definitely want to make a T-shirt to go, and I know someone who can do T-shirts. Very cheap.
that I'm up for 100%. But in terms of like sort of swag, I think I was going to try and get this made into patches, and obviously you guys can rock them if you want, but maybe dish a couple of those out, just kind of jokingly, because most people seem to hate patches and I love them. But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Patch or pin, that would be perfect.
Yeah, the pin. I priced up the pins, and it's expensive, and they're like small. For half the price, you can get a patch, which is kind of big enough to see.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're setting up the expectation to do anything with it rather than chuck it away. Do you know what I mean? So
Exactly. True.
I think I'd get like bricks engraved with a bit of Irish on it, like Bog Mahone, which is Irish for wipe my ass, but just to hand it out to people. But they'll not know. Tyler will be like, "Oh my god, is this Middle Earth?"
You need proof.
It's this Middle Earth.
But,
Christ.
Cool-Han,
Yeah, I guess some Welsh. Get a Welsh phrase on that as well, maybe.
yeah,
Is it
why
any of you
not?
guys' first time coming to America with this trip?
Oh, it's on my first.
No.
No.
Nah.
No,
First brick world though.
First brick world, yeah.
First brick world for all of us, but Austin. But he's like a brick world legend now. So
Dude, I've never been there in my life.
You're in Chicago too, right, Austin?
Never been.
Hmm?
Is that your long lost twin then, was it, last year?
No, just yeah, mini me.
He's triplets.
I did see that. I was watching Will Brick's.
Clone.
I was watching Will Brick's vlog from there, where you pretended to be like a little kid behind the railings, and like, I want to meet. Are you down on your knees as well?
Yeah,
You like really
I had my shoe. I took off my shoes and I put my kneecaps into my shoes. So when you
Oh,
walk,
yeah.
you look like a little child.
And what was it you were saying? I want to meet.
I want to meet Tyler. I want to meet Eminem.
I want to meet
That was class. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and clip that because it's quite a long vlog, but that little nugget is right in the middle there somewhere. So, shit. Hoarder 66, what's up, mate? Welcome. Have you been with us with the Cool-Han-Luke stream before? Maybe. Sorry if I've seen you in so many other streams recently that I'm getting a bit lost as to whether you're new to us. But and while we're on the subject of that, guys, likes, subscribe, and do what you can to share this stream because, as I said earlier, in my eyes, we're the number 2 Star Wars Lego
Yes, sir.
podcast.
Absolutely. You guys are
Anyway,
number
so
one
what-
in PK.
What are we doing, guys? Where do we want to go? Padawan, do you want to go get back onto that list? Because you said, Slurpy, you said there was the Death Star, but quite frankly, I'm sick of talking about the Death Star. But if you guys want to talk about it, you can.
I
I have a proposal, too.
know it's I know the Death
That's
Star.
what I said the other day. By the time it comes out in 10 months' time, we're all going to be fed up with it.
You know, go ahead, Slurpy.
I told you, Cool-Han, like I made like a minifig prediction list, a GWP list. Like I was bored, but it's like it's going to be the most milquetoast. Like have this might not come out that well, but
Sling it up, mate.
I don't know if you can see that at all.
Oh, I can't.
Galaxy Heroes. Look, I can read.
It's Cooper's
Red.
face in there somewhere.
Oh no, I don't want to associate him with this AliExpress ripoff. But I can't spin. I don't know how to work it. But let me just see if I can open it up on Google here instead. But my prediction. Tell me if I'm too high or too low. I predict there's going to be 39 figures in it.
39 is what you've.
I think that's too high.
I'm thinking 25
think
max.
Cap.
Too high.
20.
Well, the official rumor is 23 plus. That's the official rumor. Is 23.
I'm gonna go with 17.
25 for the 25th anniversary of UCS.
Hey,
Well, there was 27 in the last one that came out in 2016.
Yes, but this is Lego we're talking about. Like, I know that they need to do the most figs, but will they?
it's like Master Builder
This is
Series.
OT we're talking about. Though.
Yes.
This is they know.
I'm gonna
It
say
was
they're
actually
doing anywhere from 14 to
27 figures, was it?
That must be.
The last one.
Well, thanks for coming across to
That's
us,
what it
Hoarder.
says on Brickset.
And we'd love to get you on the show at some point down the line. So keep a lookout and let me know if you're interested. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm just seeing if I can present my screen.
Yeah, is it the last Death Star that had the
Does
most
this come up at all?
minifigures in it? So, I think it's got to be more than that, surely, or at least 27.
No, they're going a lot.
Well, look, I hope I'm right. 39 figs. Right? Can you just read this? It broke it into Imperials and Rebels.
Yeah, leave it there. That's the Imperials there. Leave it there.
I still can't see it, but I can full screen it. Wait a sec.
I can see it. Are you blind?
No, I haven't got it on full screen mode because I got the comments down the
right.
side as well. Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, there you go.
Right. What do we reckon? Too much, too little, not enough. What? Admiral Motti, I think, has to be in it. Colonel Urlarin, I think, is a throw up. I wasn't too sure to include him or not.
One that screams straight out for me is Admiral Pyatt, you haven't got, which I think should be in the set, even though we've already had him as a fig.
I see. I was torn between him and Moff Jared. To me, Moff Jared's like one of the more interesting officers in the original trilogy from Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
But Pyatt makes a lot of sense. I kind of played around 2 of the Imperial advisors. I'm going to be quite honest. I threw them in just to buff up the fig count. I'm going to be real honest. I don't think they're going to be included at all.
What's the droid?
The protocol droid, because I can always see him walking through the corridors. I always imagine.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we've had him in a couple of sets, but yeah, we've had him black as well.
The
Yeah,
Astronet one. That one there that he's highlighting now.
yeah. No, we've had that black in a TIE fighter, I think.
I don't think.
Yeah, we've had, and we get.
No, I agree.
We get a
I don't think
protocol
we'll get
droid.
you
Yeah, again, it's just. I hope I'm right, but this astromech droid's never been done before. I don't know if you remember the 2016 one. We got a blue astromech droid with a clear dome.
Yes.
This is a white with red accents with a clear dome. Again, one of those droids that just appears for 6 frames, or you know what I mean, like it's background. Grand Moff Tarkin makes a lot of sense. General Teg is the bowl cut guy. Right? Can I explain my reasoning for the Scout Trooper and the Stormtrooper?
No, mate. You were going through it one. You were going through one by one. Anyway, I was just jumping ahead, so you carry on, mate.
So I kind of just copied a lot from the old one, but just played around with it. Imperial Gunner, there was 2 in the last. I think there'll be 2 here. Imperial Officer, black uniform, Stormtrooper Captain. Just a black Imperial, black uniformed officer. Imperial Officer, light grey. So not your standard dark grey, but not the technician one, if that makes sense. It'll be like the light grey uniform with the black cap. Imperial Scanning Crew, too, because there's 2 that we see in A New Hope before the Falcon. A brick-built interrogation droid. We had one last time. I don't see them doing some special molding for it. Moff Jared. I mean, I think he's the only really notable Imperial officer in Return of the Jedi on the Death Star. Mouse droid brick built. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a few of them, to be quite honest. I know it's kind of a like, oh, you're including them in minifigures. They're listed as minifigures on the website, so I'm including them anyway.
Can I throw
Royal
out
Guard
a wild
too.
card?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's a wild prediction. Do we see the debut of Imperial Purge Troopers in this set?
No.
Especially if it's Death Star 2, because that was when they first were on the Death Star. We had them in live action in Kenobi. They are canon.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It would be
I think that
insane if we got Purge Troopers.
I think if we were going to get Purge Troopers, they would have waited. Because they would have already known they were going to do this.
There's got to be something. There's got to be something exclusive in this set. Otherwise, what the fuck are they doing?
Fronts. But
look, that's why. I don't.
I think if they were going to put a Purge Trooper, they probably would have waited for. They would have thrown Cal in here.
Who?
Cal Kestis.
See, Cal Kestis.
I think if they were going to do it,
it's just be.
Do something along that line.
But he hasn't done the. He hasn't done the Rebel side yet, though. Have you? I'm assuming Cal Kestis isn't in there.
No, he's not. But this is well. I'll get into the G dubs after. So 2 Scout Troopers and 4 Stormtroopers. Again, playing around with this. I personally think we're going to get. You know how the previous Death Star had, you know, your little rooms and stuff like that and scenes.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be one of the Emperor's arrival. We're going to see it on a box.
I did wonder about the
A couple
Scout
of
Troopers,
figures.
and I remember that they were in the lineup.
Yeah.
But personally, I'd like at least 6 Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Can't be
again,
contested
technically you
because
do
he's
get.
never on
Look, like the heroes have remained unchanged from the other ones. Chewbacca,
so you're going to
C-3PO,
get the
Han Solo,
Stormtrooper hands, which you
Yeah.
need to.
extra helmets, Luke Skywalker, Farm Boy, Storm, Luke Skywalker, Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan, R2-D2, Princess Leia. But this is the main point. I think we're going to see the most amount of leg printing, arm printing, and dual molding
Yeah.
in this. I think we're going to see dual, like not dual molded Imperial officers, arm printed Stormies. Maybe even some cheek printing as well. Go the extra mile.
I was going to say, have you included the extra big sticker of the trench run?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I hate
GWPs. I threw out a few of these. Oh, sorry, Ostif. I'll
I
head
hate
this.
to like backtrack here, but do you think it would be, I don't know, outrageous to think that we might get a Krennic?
They
Was
want
he
to
on
tie
the
it in.
Death Star?
No, is he?
Yeah, he was stationed.
No, he's never.
He
He's
might-
never been on the Death Star.
No,
He's
he's
never been
never-
on the Death Star. It was to say he was
think
Galen Erso. He helped to
Yeah,
design.
but we haven't seen Andor
That's true.
season 2 yet.
Yeah.
In which case he could be on there
Yeah.
because they were certainly building it while he was alive. So I don't think it's crazy to think that he's going
But
to
at
set
the
foot on there at
moment,
some point.
as far as we know, he's not. He's not been.
Yes, but Andor season 2 will have been out by then. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I think I mean everything we're throwing out is essentially a shot in the dark,
Mhm.
but there is an
Absolutely.
informed decision.
The
And
heroes are the worst part of this set. Just put it out there. It's the worst part of all.
Yeah.
yeah,
Look,
But-
I would love
Go-
if my
go
list
quick-
is true,
go-
but I would not be surprised if it's the same as the 2016 one.
Yeah.
I don't
Be
think the
extra favour
figs. If he's right and we get all of those kind of officers that we didn't want, sorry, if we get all the officers that we didn't have
Mhm.
before, the question isn't whether we've had them or not before, is whether we want them or not before. And I can't see anybody on that officers list that I give a shit about. Yes, we haven't had them, but I don't
Really?
think Lego really cares. I don't think Lego ever really cares about making sure you've had every figure. I think they want to make figures that people want, and I don't give a shit about half of those.
Mm.
Personally, it's up to you guys, but it definitely wouldn't sway me, regardless of who's in.
I wouldn't
so-
know. Look, I've made it clear since this was rumored. I'm not buying this. I'm not- Like, look, I'm saving this money for Mazda MX-5 car parts. I'm saving it for
Yeah.
eating in Chicago. I'm not. This Death Star can go fuck off. I just want to entertain the rumor, to be quite honest.
But the
That's right,
GWP
well,
though. But the GWP.
Right. These are my G dubs, right?
If the GWP's banging, I'm buying it. Fact.
Yeah, exactly. If I can get 300 back
should
from the
say no.
Still
GWP,
not
I'm
for a
buying
grand,
it.
probably not. Not for me.
These aren't obviously what I think will all be included. I was just playing around. Chrome Vader, Wildcard. They're not going to do it, but I'm like, why not? To be hilarious, it would be great. They're never going to do it.
It's as good
Darth
as any other
Vader-
guess at this point, isn't it? So
Yeah. Darth Vader or Mace Windu's lightsaber. There's a reason why I put Mace Windu here.
because it's not connected at all.
Yeah, Lego have done this before. They threw in Yoda's lightsaber with the cantina, and I thought it'd be hilarious if they threw in.
Yeah, but Luke's lightsaber with the Jabba Selbarge fits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
No,
the
no.
only that's the only one they've done right though. In fairness, so
Oh, bless the AT-AT with his too. Or no, was that?
But no, I thought that.
no, yeah, you're right. It was.
Death
It was
Star
Luke
data
Skywalker,
chip.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So like we got a carbonite keychain with the cantina. This is
But
one of
we've had
those like no one wants.
We've had the Death Star data chip as a GWP already.
the
it
white
wasn't
one
in that-
that Leia gives
no.
to R2.
Wow. Yeah, it was that.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. I've got it there.
Yeah.
It was
Hey,
garbage,
it wouldn't be-
but
Yeah, it wouldn't be like Lego to repeat
Any of the four, apart from the one you've
Galen
currently got
Urso
right
Homestead.
behind it, day one.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is what I think this might be included. You
I-
guys
I-
have all been shouting out Galen Urso, and it's like I feel like they'll include that like a diorama or set.
Like an
were-
thing.
As much as I wish.
Yeah, where
that-
Krennic's like, aren't you little?
Oh,
You shouldn't be a
Galen
farmer.
Urso, Director Krennic, 2 Death Troopers in a fucking diorama would make me go so hard.
But a GWP though.
I just want GWP. It's just Palpatine falling to his doom. Just a little.
Falling
That's
to
a
his
set.
doom.
That though.
No, I'm saying
You
just
can
like,
do that with the set.
no, I'm just saying just knowing Lego, they would just do something completely whack, and it just be one little piece. It's just you just hook your Palpatine figure on there and just shoot him down. Just like you pull like a little slide. It's like a little extension.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, I don't think there's such thing as a harebrained idea at the moment. And I gotta say, I know you haven't quite got to it yet, but I think your last guess is probably your closest mark for me, or your first guess. But I still want the Vader bonfire, especially if they're gonna link it to Return of the Jedi in any way. Vader bonfire.
The reason I
GWP.
Like
think
they
it's
do
is-
that
That would be
though.
pretty
think-
cool. I don't think they'd ever do that, but
Probably,
Burning
probably not. I'm
bodies.
just saying that's what I want. But I think midi-scale Star Destroyer
with
is
a
right on
light
the nose.
brick in it as well. So
Well, can I address
Yeah.
Mr. Alex? There's nothing confirmed because this is not coming out until October of 2025. But the rumor that's on the streets, if you know what alleys to look down, suggests that this is going to be both. That's what the boys, my little spies, have told me. But whether or not it's true, I don't know. So it could be you take off panels, maybe in the lower section to reveal the Death Star 2. But whether or not we look at again, we'll not know until I'd say this will probably get revealed in July, August.
Later, September.
I'm
think
just
it'll
going to
be
address. I'm just going to address this comment really quickly. I get, it's all about you for the figs, and you can build probably any set with the parts you have from your collection, which, because it is essentially just a big grey block. This is why I say that this set, for me, in terms of me, this is not for me to buy it. This is for me to respect it now, because I don't have any intention of buying it either. But for me to respect it, I think it needs to have the largest amount of printed exclusive pieces, or just printed pieces in general, of any other Star Wars Lego set as well.
No stickers whatsoever in this.
No
set.
sticker, printed pieces that you can only get in this
Oh.
set. A plaque, all that kind of stuff. And I think that is another thing, as well as the figs, that needs to be.
I have a
So-
wild card that probably won't happen, but if it did somehow happen, I know it would sell. Well, at least with the younger audience, a Death Star hot tub scene for the GWP.
Yeah.
I know it'd be
Yeah,
impossible.
we
but-
said that too.
It's on the list, mate. It's on the list. Yeah.
Was it on the list?
No, not on this list. We made a list in the original stream where we talked about it. Because we've talked about it on like 4 streams now, I think.
Talk about selling
Can I
that.
say?
Yeah, it'd be good, mate.
Can
It'd
I
be
say
good.
what
Oh,
I
yeah.
was going to throw in, and it
What?
was a prequel era one. So the original Death Star was designed by the Geonosians, like Poggle the Lesser and all.
Mhm.
Am I correct? Like in Attack of the Clones,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Dooku
shows
and Poggle the
Dooku
Lesser.
shows him, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to throw down Geonosian diorama Death Star plans.
If we're going on
You know,
that
a
tangent,
couple of seps, but
if we're going down
because
that
it connects.
What if they did a Palpatine's arrest because the little statues in his office are of the Death Star?
The what?
This is wild.
So say if we do if we're going down that rabbit hole, if you're doing Geonosis, why then we should be able to think we might be able to get a little Palpatine's office.
Palpatine's
But I
arrest
want that for a
diorama
real
with
set
it.
though. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Because
Do you imagine they would release the best Palpatine's arrest, and it's a fucking GWP for the Death Star?
I can
But
hear
would it
Ryan
make-
Grant
You gotta
now.
skip red.
Would it make you buy it though?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Me?
Because you imagine that in the second-hand market trying to buy just that. It'd probably be worth more than a Death Star.
400 or 500 easily.
Crazy.
Just to get that G-Dub, I would face eviction.
Anyway, guys, we are. Sorry, I don't want to ruin your flow, mate. I was just about to say we are clocking into 2 hours. I know a couple of the guys are limited on time. Look, if there's anything else that we want to cover that we don't think we have, let's put it on the table. But I think we've kind of. I didn't really want to spend much time on the death stack because I think we've done it to death. But at the same time, there's clearly a few more ideas out there. But the chat is still hungry for it, though. I think, but we could go all day. But I didn't know whether there was anything else we missed from any of the lists that we wanted to touch on, so that we'd covered everything.
The only other notable one quickly before I have to dip is no one's really spoke much on the Death Trooper, Night Trooper battle pack. And the fact that we're now not getting Enoch in the set.
Very strange.
That's probably
We're
actually
not
one
getting
I am
them.
looking forward to.
If I get more Death Troopers, I'm so excited. Oh.
Maybe Enoch, because Enoch didn't die in Ahsoka, right?
No.
So maybe he's in Ahsoka season 2. Or he's going to be doing something with the Mandu and Grogu movie.
But even if those Death Troopers that you want, Padawan, are in it, they're going to be the zombified versions, right?
Even better. Zombie Death Troopers. Oh, I will buy a shitload of that battle
I'm going to
pack.
have to rewatch it because I can't remember seeing them.
There's not many.
You don't. So with the Death Trooper, they're not as clear cut as the Stormtroopers are. So they have a couple of the red like velvety, Night Witch, Night Sister bits on it. But you don't see that they're a full on zombie until she cuts the helmet. Is it so good? Like slices the helmet in half, and then there's like a zombie face on it.
Yeah, it's a bit like a Walking Dead type scene.
Is Enoch rumored for this battle pack, or is he no longer in it?
It was originally, then now not.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's going to come
I think it would be the
along
most
this
intricate mold they would have to do. I think it would be the most insane helmet.
That'd have to be a Jew molded helmet, definitely.
Maybe for Vader.
I could possibly see an actual
molded
helmet build of that coming out, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good shout. But
I'm looking at this. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Go on.
I'm looking at this list, and there's barely anything between January and May. There's barely anything. The only thing is like
end of April and March sets, don't we?
We normally
changed, haven't they? We've got more coming out in January because last year we only had like sort of 3 sets, didn't we?
Yeah, but we had a lot coming out in March. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How many we got? 6 sets, 5 sets in January. Nothing until May, when there's supposedly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets in May.
And don't forget the outer left field sets, because last year did we have 2? Was it where nobody was expecting them? They were on no rumor lists, and they just
was it
landed.
The Executor last year or the year before?
That
was the year before, wasn't it? The mechs, the Luke mech, wasn't it? Came out of nowhere this year. I'm sure it was the Luke mech, and sure there was something else as well, which was just like, wait, where'd this come from? Nobody was expecting this at all. I don't think it was anything
at the same time as the microfighter, though.
No, I remember. What was it? I know it's on the tip of my tongue. Give me a second.
What I am going to do is be a good boyfriend. I'm going to have to call it there. I did promise Sam 2 hours, and it's been 2 hours. So
hey, thanks for everything, mate. Thanks for doing that thumbnail and setting this up as well. I appreciate it.
Cam.
Thanks for your
That's
time.
all right.
Padawan.
Love you all. Be seeing you.
Take care.
Cheers, mate. Merry Christmas.
All the best.
We won't be far behind, guys. I said 2 hours as well. So look, if you guys want to carry on, you got the helm anyway. But I'm gonna probably shoot off shortly, unless we got something burning in the basement that we want to talk about.
I got a conversation.
Oh, you did say, mate, you had something. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Oh
Go
no,
for
you're
it.
good. No, you're good. My biggest issue with Lego right now is the amount of UCS sets they do compared to the amount of Master Builder series. Because me personally, I like Master Builder series more than UCS, just from all the figs, and you kind of get both things in one. You get a nice display, but you get tons of the figs too. I don't know why they've been slacking on it so hard. Ewok Village, Endor, all these different things they could do at MBS.
Dying for an Ewok Village.
It was like I remember when I came in 2021, like the cantina was I don't know if it was a false thing. It was said to be retired, so I bought it quickly, and now it's 2024 and it's finally going. But I just need more of those.
I think the
You can
reason
see
why,
like the Cloud City too. It's
I mean, like the Death Star.
The Cloud City didn't sell well when it came out.
It's
Yeah,
going to be like
I heard that.
a master builder set, isn't it? Really, the Death Star. I mean, it's going to be.
What
Like,
are we trying to say, Austin?
So what I think the reason why they don't do as many master builders is because, like you said, with Cloud City, it wasn't out all that long, correct? But probably because it didn't sell as many units, because people were still comparing it to their previous Cloud City. But now it's become like a sought-after item.
Yeah.
inside the LEGO community. But the reason why I think the Cantina sold so well, or stayed so long, is because it moved units. And for Lego, that's what they're mainly looking at. It's like, okay, if it's still selling units, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And what's a more iconic scene
Also-
for any ever than just seeing the Cantina?
Yeah.
Like, that hits
Cantina.
That's true.
And it's
Yeah, you're
also-
right though.
You
But
ask any person,
we are
who
missing some
probably-
MBS sets.
Yeah. Even
like I
just
said,
like,
it's nice to have the Death Star, but
the
I'm
Endor
gutted
would
now
be
that we're not
like-
getting the Ewok Village.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean
that
since-
should have been it.
that doesn't mean like next year. Okay, maybe they're taking 1 year break from this. Like, look at last year; it took a year break from the helmets, pretty much.
Don't forget, Austin, I'm getting on a bit. You know, I might not make
yeah.
it.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Mark, you can hold
I
out,
don't think you
Mark.
got that.
I was playing.
He'll stay alive a bit longer if it means he gets it.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, too close. Yeah, both were bad sellers. Yeah, no, he's right. And both of them have obviously increased in price for that same reason. So I don't know. It's crazy.
Exponentially.
But no, I think Justin, I think the point you were making is that, you know, at one point we were getting a UCS and an MBS kind of hand in hand, and it was like almost like the UCS was kind of the top for people who could really, and then the MBS was kind of your next one down, so it bridged the gap between PlayScale and UCS. And for me, I think, you know, as a luxury, that was where I would go, because I've only ever bought one MBS or had one MBS, which is the Mos Eisley, but the others have taken my fancy. But I think you're right. I think there is a market for that kind of middle ground. I don't know why they haven't done that.
MBS.
Well, the class is UCS, but really, yeah, if you had to break the UCS list down, there's probably something that a lot of, because I think the MBS is the idea of MBS is it's like a scene as opposed to a ship. So
isn't it kind of like Death
giant
Star,
location.
Hoth, and Cantina? I would consider.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
But,
always the biggest issue with the Assault on Hoth from 2016. It was classified as a UCS set. And aside from it looking like a total mess, that's like that should have been given the MBS moniker. But yeah, it was hard. It was horrible. They messed up the shield generator. Like that's like, all right, that's makes no sense. Like what a joke. But I also think too, maybe they might see it as kind of limiting, because like the MBS are to a lot of people like giant play sets. And it's like, right, when you get to that high threshold, like, I don't know, like people that spend $200-300, they want something that they can display on their shelf. Like, look at this U-wing or whatever, or A-wing. It's cool.
That Cantina, you have it opened up with that bar coming up, all the characters in there. Ooh.
I just want the if you guys remember the original Lego Star Wars game, when it was like the prequels, right? How was Dex's Diner? It was one of those, and you have the different rooms. I think what they could do is 1 year do the first game, then the second.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little two-parter.
You know, ever since they brought out that Ant GWP, there's been, you know, everyone's been wanting a Dexter. You know, that's been quite a few years now.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite Star Wars film's Episode 2. Hot take. But I just think I want
Episode 2. That's interesting.
It's my all-time
That's
favorite.
your favorite.
I like Attack of the Films as well.
I will say Episode 2 is very slept on.
It's like, dude, I don't know. There's just something about seeing Yoda just like whoops.
Oh yeah, dude, go nuts.
That's
And learning
it.
his backstory. Oh my gosh.
The Geonosis battle scene, and I like the scene with your Obi-Wan and Jango Fett fighting.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty cool scene. But
best scene is in my opinion when you're in the downtown area.
Any of the OTs now?
Bounty Hunter Pursuit, yeah.
But like I'm saying, when Anakin and Obi finally catch Zam, and then you see Jango across the alleyway, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Because you're watching,
A Camino saber dart.
yeah, there's like this huge like cliffhanger halfway through the movie. Like, what was she gonna say?
Sounded almost like you were from the West Country.
Yeah.
But no, the fact that it took them until this year to finally touch on the video game with that mini kit, right? That blows my mind. That's like the first thing they've done from the video game, right?
Depends on how good your manners
It took
are
them nearly 20
and how
years.
big your pocketbook is.
Because I mean, I know I got into Lego Star Wars from
Like,
playing the video game on the Wii. Personally, that's what
Mine
got
was
me
PlayStation
fully
too.
into.
That's what I said that on stream a few episodes ago. Like, there's friends I grew up with that say like, oh, I don't like the Star Wars films, but I like the Lego Star Wars games.
Yeah,
Like that's how I like that. So they they say the films are fucking ass, but I like the ships. And I'm like,
And they're your
fair
friends.
enough, like,
Ooh.
They're your friends. Yeah.
Adversaries, friendly competition.
People
But,
you know.
I'm just saying, like, no, it.
Order, I believe.
Yeah, we kind of covered that, Hodder. I think there's at least 2 in there which are bogus.
I think
That's
they're
me.
all
I don't know about the rest of you guys.
I think they should stop making too many clone bloody sets, but that's me.
The way I see it, okay.
Yeah, look,
Just
Austin,
to
I
throw
want
it
an
back-
I said this
Imperial
earlier.
battle pack.
If clone fans are complaining next year, I'm gonna flame floor every single one of
I
them.
know.
if these rumors come true, yous are gonna be well fed.
Give me.
Helmet
give me-
holes.
Yous are gonna be bloated
Yeah, but
for
they
years
still
to
will.
come.
They still moan, won't they? They still moan.
Steve, you need to turn your volume, your mic volume
Why
up,
does-
mate. Because I think you're getting drowned out every time you talk.
How about
I think-
now?
Commander Bly doesn't have.
Try talking now, Steve.
Testing.
No, it's still
Quiet.
relatively new. You just go like this beforehand. Does it like when you're trying to do your
I have.
contactless, taking your phone on your camera?
I go on a 1-minute spiel here.
Go for it.
So
Go
with
ahead.
everyone complaining, about clones. Okay. It rightfully chaps my arse. Okay. I think it should just stop. Like, okay, yeah,
Chaps
we're
my
all complaining and moaning, like, oh, we want these phase too. We want all these different phase too. We're finally getting it, and what's everyone doing? This is garbage, man.
That
It's like, just calm down, dude. You're finally getting it. The only thing that's acceptable to complain about is 5s, because that thing just ended up in the garbage can.
yeah.
But the helmet holes, though.
I totally agree with you.
You're getting too picky at the point. It's like,
But if they did it right in 2008 with the original clone battle pack, why couldn't they have done it now with the
the
helmet
original.
holes?
The original one.
Er.
holes.
I know. No, for the visors, right? For that
That's
one,
not the original.
or not
Are
the,
you talking
but
about
the
Walker? Clone Wars
yeah, the
Walker?
Walker one, yeah,
Phase
I,
1.
the reason why I see
phase
that
one, yeah.
is, let me grab. I got one right here. The way I see it is probably with the alignment of their machine. Because if we take both helmets, one is slightly taller than the other. Where, like the
Mm-hmm.
phase 2 are more condensed, they're smaller.
Mhm.
So they would have to get I think, don't quote me, I don't work for Lego, nor am I a CNC machinist. I think it's just because of how small it is compared to the actual fin. I know I have one here. Actually, it's in my display case. But you have to, wait, no. Yeah, they're a little bit, yeah, these are a little bit taller than these. So I think with this is, since it's, these are a little bit bigger, so it has more room, if that makes sense, with the mold. I'm not trying to defend Lego, but I'm just thinking, like, if there is anything, it's probably something with the machines that can't read these properly.
Yeah.
Because
I've just noticed Mary's stiffness.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Hell yeah.
but no.
I think that's
But no.
what's happening.
But no, you're right, mate. But for a premium product, that should never be an excuse, should it?
I
Like
agree.
Evan Dar says, only the best.
I agree, but I'm also writing on the side too. It's like, they're not. I agree they should have remade a mold by now, but they're like, okay, we're just wanting this to all be seamless. So on the next batch, when they reintroduce the clones, it'll be better. Because I think this is really their first time doing these, other than the cutout, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah.
I think what doesn't help as well with the helmet holes is that it also makes some of the helmets, the printing wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, there's that one. There's the turbo tank microfighter that has that P2 without helmet holes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, the reason.
Yeah, well,
why
I mean that
these are all messed up is because this is their first time doing the helmet holes with these helmets.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's their trial. You know, they're learning along with us.
Wait, no, weren't the 187th P2s?
no.
Oh, with helmet.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but they
you're
were the
saying with
last
helmet holes.
before.
Yeah.
They were the
That's
last
what
without.
Shy, quick shout out to Hoda66. He won the prize on Good Morning Brickworld, the first prize. I've just seen it now on Hive's stories. So they were doing a mock building contest, Christmas mock building contest, I believe it was. I didn't enter myself, don't know about you guys, but Hoda66, who's in the chat, won their first prize, which he won a nice handful of GWPs. So well done, Hoda66. Congratulations.
So what you were saying, Austin, I'm not really a clone boy, but even I actually feel for the helmet holes, because I do think
I feel for it too. I'm not saying it's like an excuse.
and like messing up the printing and
I agree, it's no excuse. But if
212.
I'm trying to be in their
that's
shoes,
the ones I was sorry, I'm not. That's the orange ones, yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah, 'cause I'm
They
not-
completely messed up that with the.
Sure.
It should have been a point.
Yeah. Just
Like
so
I said,
know
I'm not a big clone, but yeah, I do feel.
just to protect
the Lego
myself,
boys on that
I'm
one.
not trying to get roasted by the Lego world. But I'm not saying what they are doing is inexcusable. I guess what I'm trying to do is just understand.
No, you
Yeah,
put a
no,
good insight in
And
there.
you
I
are
haven't
getting,
thought-
like you said, they. I mean, I've only been doing this 2021, I think it was, yeah. And all I heard was like, "Oh, we're not getting any clone sets." I'm like, well, that's all I bloody well see, and they're still moaning.
It's like if we keep complaining about it, we're just not going to get any more clones.
That's true.
Whittaky,
Yes.
from 2005 to about 2012, all we damn got was clone sets. Like every look, I
you've
grew
said
up
it
like
tonight, mate. You've said it tonight. We want
it's-
an Imperial Stormtrooper battle pack. That's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
like but stuff that it is the reasonable take, like around the way the holes are, especially with not just the old visors, but that white macro. If they redesign that helmet hole to be lower on the phase 2 with that macro, it wouldn't be compatible with the phase 1.
No, it would just be halfway down.
Like, yeah, that's why it's
Dude,
like, look, obviously in an ideal world, Lego would make phase 2 accessories, phase 1 accessories, but they're not going to do that.
You guys keep chatting. I'm going to find this because I tested it out, because you know how everyone, like GCC was able to get the holes in the right spot with the, with the Captain Red updated and then the 5s, right? So I was thinking, I put my macro on there, it won't even fit. I think the reason why it did that, it's not as wide.
It's wider,
just
isn't it?
Narrow. But if you're at the top,
But didn't they do the holes on the phase ones like perfect years ago?
yeah. But what I'm saying is they've had
2008.
because they've had like the very first phase 1 never had holes.
Yeah.
So then they had the Clone Wars, which was able to refine it. Then they also had the realistic style P1 again, and then a second time too. So there's been 4 different variations of the P1. So they've been able to practice all the way up to then.
That's
Where
true.
now-
No, you made a great point. Yeah.
But also some it's just for the viewfinder, isn't it? So some, I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know why they can't just do the hole on one side.
That's
Yeah, I
or
mean-
what I said was
They do
if they're
with
gonna do the helmet
Mandalorians,
hole,
don't they?
at least get rid of the nubbin where the helmet hole
Yeah.
isn't, if that makes sense. Because the fact
Yeah.
that they've got both, if they just got rid of that altogether, yes, it would be in the wrong place, in terms of measurements, but at least you'd only have one hole. or one like nub where you've got the nub here where it should be, and then a nub there with the hole in. It's just like stupid. So it's like a double thing.
Here's the one thing I also hate, and now I also can see why they said what they said. But remember how they're like, oh yeah, we don't have the mold in circulation, you know, because people were like, oh, here's an easy fix. We only give the helmet holes to the characters with the helmet holes, and then vice versa, the characters don't have any attachments. You know, they had the justifier and the battle pack on the same shelves, and they're still using 2 different molds, but they're still in production at the same time. But the reason why I also see that too is it could also, because they don't hand pick these pieces for the sets; it's all machine. So maybe it would be a glitch with the machine trying to grab it; it would just mess up production or hold it. But if they're going to go down the road saying they can't do it, then why are you going to have the spitting image of what we want on the same shelves? I'm not sure if it'd be too much of a challenge in the production of like packing, but that's my 2 cents on that.
Do you have, if you don't, it's okay, you can maybe show me another time, but do you have the GCC helmet and the actual Lego official macro binocular? Like, can I see how kind of maybe wide? Don't stress, if you do have it, don't stress the part too much, like, because I do know where the original nubs are at. It is wider, but I just want to know, would maybe
I do have them, but
not the blue one. What do you call the thing? No, not in here. No rush.
The rangefinder.
Understand.
Yes. And so there's the macro binoculars, and then there's like the wee hood thing that, like, I don't know what that one's called.
The visor?
It came in the the visor. Yeah. I know the visor's like a softer plastic, not softer plastic, but you can kind of bend it more. You know, like you can actually
scissors, like mustache scissors. That's how thin it is. Yeah. So like that visor you're talking about?
Yes. That doesn't fit onto the GCC helmet?
No.
No.
It wants the bow out like that.
A lot more stress. It's just an interesting predicament, and it makes me wish, damn, George should have just done Phase 1 or Phase 2 instead of both.
Ballpark, I wish
he stuck with the stories throughout the original trilogy.
I just wish that throughout the entire Clone Wars they were all Phase 1. Phase 1's leagues better than Phase 2. Because all the clones were all Vietnam era marking their equipment. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
imagine if we got a Clone Wars episode towards the very end, you just saw the clones, their armor is so disheveled, they're just duct taping it, whatever their equivalent would be in Star Wars. Just tape, rope, it would be so. Yeah. After Order 66 and the ones that are being phased out into Stormtroopers, dude.
Yeah, because they never really represented that in any of the Mando sets where the Stormtroopers appeared. They didn't. What do they call them? The Imperial
Remnants.
Imperial Remnants. Yeah, that was something we never. I remember people asking for it and never got it, and then they were just kind of forgotten about. So Imperial Remnant troopers, not that I remember anyway. Not in the few sets that did come out that had some troopers, but.
Think we ever get a live action clone, Joe?
I don't think we are.
No.
I mean, if they want to print money, yeah, they should do it.
Well, we have seen
film
clips. We've seen clips of live action with.
They need to get off the series a bit now and start going back to films.
Yeah.
Star Wars belongs on the silver screen, not on your TV episode every week.
Yeah.
No, I'll just get it right. We're addicts at the end of the day. We're all here sort of giving us
I am
much.
enjoying Skeleton Crew.
What they need to do is they need to quit announcing movies and canceling that 2 weeks later.
Exactly.
Well, I've heard now that Rogue Squadron's back on the bloody board. I was like, yeah, right, probably not.
Make up your minds.
Yeah.
Get Kathleen Kennedy out of there, man. That's all we need.
What do we have? Little business students running one of the largest organizations in the world?
Exactly. It's just a disgrace, some of the stuff they put out. was.
Yeah, some of it's kind of like whack, but some of it I'm like, okay.
The wokeness too, them adding that in with stuff. It's like Star Wars has always been inclusive to my
get me
eyes,
started
like
on that.
women
I'm
and
old
all
school,
that
so-
stuff. They've always been in it, and they just try and push this amount of stuff they want to do. It's like, I don't want that stuff. I'm in a fake galaxy in my head. I don't need to be in.
We don't have any.
I don't think
There's no
politics-
female lead roles. Hello, Princess Leia. I mean, hello.
Ahsoka, and all of these other.
I just think politics and stuff, whatever they're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to say they're trying to do on an agenda or not. You know, I'm just saying in general, we all go to the TV and we go see movies that escape reality. So why are you
Exactly.
bleeding
Yeah.
reality into?
Yes.
It's like for me, I want to go into.
I know, like,
off and just watch.
Yeah. You want to watch something?
I know the
real
prequels
life,
were
watch
like
the
a
news.
representative of. I know the prequels at the time were representative of like international politics and stuff like that, but as a kid, it didn't really.
No,
It
I have
never
no
really
idea.
clicked to me. Like, it's like, oh, is that?
Even as an adult,
Yeah,
it was
but-
kind of like, what are we doing? Yeah.
And then, like modern day Disney, with
Uh,
me, it's hitting like it's just too much kids in these
What are
shows.
those?
Too much. I like
Mm.
the kid push in it. It's like
I never understood. I'm not. I think it was in the Force Awakens when you saw the little kid with using the Force with the broom. It's like, what happened to that storyline?
exactly.
Oh, was that
Dude,
the
just
last?
like-
Oh,
he
was
just
that
did
the
it.
Last
That's the
Jedi?
Last Jedi. Yeah, with the broom at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he had
Well,
the
that's because they had
ring.
different
Was
directors.
it the
The one-
rebellion ring?
The
Yeah.
second one put the first one's story under the bus, and then he came back and put the second one under the bus. So they,
Dude, I would be livid if I was the guy who played as Finn. Like his character could have been so cool. It said
Oh,
they just
dude, he
jacked
was
it,
set up so hard.
and then just forgot, wasted.
sorry, I said, what character was that?
A
Oh,
Jedi
Finn.
stormtrooper. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Stormtrooper turned to good. That could have been so cool. Like, just imagine, because remember how they were finding out, like, how like the Imperials were finding, like the First Order was finding the rebels so quick. What if Finn was secretly feeding them information, telling them all this stuff, and then it's like, here's a double agent. That would have been.
And then they ruined General Hux's aura with like just making
Yeah,
him a
it's like
traitor. They should have kept him
Oh,
back
yeah.
so much, dude. With that speech he did on there, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the way gingers were treated in that movie. They
I agree.
Disney just weren't woke enough for that. So let's answer this question, guys. Much like Disney did, leaving other streaming services and creating their own, if they pulled all their licenses from Lego, causing Lego to go bankrupt, and then started their own brick brand, would you guys buy it? Whoops, guys,
No.
buy it.
Nope.
I've said
for me,
I don't think I.
the only reason I'm
Sorry, I'll let you.
Yeah, I was just want to, because mine is just, quite a quick take in fairness, is that the main reason I'm invested with Lego Star Wars, yes, it's because I love Star Wars, but also because I'm invested in the brand of Lego. I don't have a childhood with Lego Star Wars. It didn't exist when I was a child, but I do have a childhood with Lego. So what that means is that, I grew up with Lego. I was connected to Lego. And even though I stopped and lost I wouldn't say lost interest, but kind of, lost my way in terms of Star Wars because there wasn't any content for so long, I never lost my way with Lego. And what I mean by that is that the same toys, Lego figures I was playing with, and I've had thousands of toys over the years and they've disappeared, including the original Kennel line figures have gone. But the Lego, even though it wasn't Star Wars Lego, the Lego never did. And the reason for that is because I trust the brand, and my parents trusted the brand, and I trusted the quality of it. And I've still got those pieces right now. And that's the only reason that I think the two work, is because it's a trusted, long-serving, primary or premium brand that has been around long enough to have got its, sharpened its teeth. And it's paired up with one of the biggest franchises on the planet. So I think you can replace that with any other two. That's my spin.
And kind of going on that, like for me. Sorry, you guys go ahead. Sorry.
No, for me, it's I'm Lego first, Star Wars second. I got into Lego as a kid, and then shortly after Star Wars, I remember every so many years before Disney bought Star Wars or Lucasfilm, I should say, there was always the thing that Lego is going to lose their license to Star Wars, but they would renew it, and it was always publicly announced. But there was always a lot of fear mongering, and I remember in 2010, it was like Lego, oh, they haven't announced if they're going to renew it, and I remember taking a panic attack as a kid, being like, but at least I still have my Lego Star Wars sets. I'll be okay. I still got Lego too. Like, look, if Disney did that, I'm sure it would definitely hurt Lego's capital. No doubt.
For me, like,
But that's where I stand. Lego first, Star Wars second.
I'm in the ballpark. For me, if there's no Lego Star Wars, then to me, like, even though I love the other themes, and Lego Star Wars wasn't my first theme I ever had. My first one was Castle when that was rolling. But my earliest like recollection of like coherent thought was seeing Revenge of the Sith in theaters with my dad. And then he took us across the street to Toys R Us. I got the Vader transformation, and that was what I could really remember. And then fast forward like a few more years, it's when the Clone Wars came out. And for me, everyone's Star Wars is either prequels or OT or a sequel. For me, it's the Clone Wars, because I remember vividly being upset like I couldn't like watch the others in theaters because I was too young. And I just remember my mom busting into my room, and then she had like the newspaper saying, "Oh, there's a new Star Wars movie coming out. It's titled Star Wars: The Clone Wars." And I had like my ambitions, like, "Oh, Hayden Christensen's going to be on there. Ewan McGregor." And I was like, "What is this?" And then it said season 1 coming in 2 months or whatever. I was so excited. And then like all through elementary school, I was like, "What Lego set is going to come out with this show?" And I was just so excited. So for me, it's almost that's Lego's identity is Star Wars. Even though they have all these other themes like Lego City or whatever, but I don't think they have put more heart and soul into any other line than Lego Star Wars. And it really shows, because they're trying, as much as we dog on Lego, they're giving to fans what we want. We're getting, like, look at 2025. We're getting some original trilogy. Sure, it's not a whole lot, but we're also getting some of the sequel, some of the Clone Wars, and some of the prequels. They're harboring all of this into 1 year. So I think it's kind of wrong on us to constantly dog on Lego when we can actively see that they're trying to please. We're becoming overly critical.
Especially because they've got Star Wars is such a wide umbrella. There is so much material out there that
it's like, for me.
Is it true that Star Wars saved them from going under? Or was that Star Wars?
True.
Along with Bionicle.
Time, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be the odd one out here. For me, though, it's Star Wars first, then Lego.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But for me,
I do remember, this is a hot take, right? But I remember, obviously, when Star Wars Lego, 1999 came out, I was, 30, 31. So I wasn't really, and I must admit, I remember looking at the sets come out thinking, God, they look crap. And that's probably why I didn't get into it until much years later. But and yes, I did. I thought, God, no, I'd rather go and buy a Kenner thing, or something like that than something that looked really blocky. And
no, but to be clear, it is Star Wars first for me, Lego second. All I'm saying is that I don't trust any other product to deliver Star Wars for me. And in this case, any other block company. I think
you've got a point there,
because even if it's a block company that we never heard of, I'd need 20 years of experience as a kid with it, and that's never going to happen now. So I don't trust any other company with it.
Then if they completely did stop making them and another company did, you wouldn't think about.
No, that'd be. I just see
it's better and they were cheaper.
I would see that as my sign, because I wasn't buying Lego block Star Wars or buildable Star Wars sets before Lego got it, because there was buildable things you could get before, because I had no interest in that. And when it stops, I'll take that as my hint to be like, this is my message to say it must be over.
I don't think it's going to stop for a very long time, because they
know.
Well, not when they keep putting the prices up and us idiots keep buying it.
A good situation that compares modern day SpongeBob and Mega Bloks right now. I'm not going to buy that. The Lego SpongeBob, I'm going to go crazy, but Mega Bloks, nah.
I think I didn't convey in clear print. For me, I can't decide whether it's just Star Wars or Lego. For me, those two are like, I'm not sure if it's like where I grew up in. I can't pick one or the other, because I just love what you know, watching the TV shows, and then like you would see the set on the shelf, and then you could reenact the episode. It was just so cool.
And I understand that, but
Star
for
Wars and
me,
Lego-
if there wasn't Lego Star Wars, then I probably wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be into. I wouldn't be buying other Lego sets.
And the
if it
hobby.
weren't for Lego Star Wars. So
Exactly.
yeah,
No.
even though I have got some
I
Lord of the Rings sets and stuff, but
Sad as it is, right?
Like,
If Lego Star Wars stopped, I'd be gutted, but I know I'd be much better off financially.
yes, yes,
I think,
yes.
I think the thing I would miss more is the community that comes with it now,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's what motivates me to want to keep building. Even though I very rarely build, I wouldn't probably build at all if it wasn't for the community behind it, and I would have already gotten bored and already have moved on. So I think the community keeps me in it, and I'd be gutted that eventually would have to. It might take years, but eventually that would have to dry up. I still think there'd be a community of people showing love for it,
Yeah.
just like there are a community of people who probably do podcasts like this about the original Kennel line. It doesn't exist anymore. It's not being made, but there's people who can talk about it all day long because they love it. And I think we
That's
would do
what
that.
makes it
But
great,
eventually it would fizzle out. And that's what I'd be probably gutted about.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
would
like,
Brick
as I've
World
said
be
in
the
the
same if
past,
Star Wars Lego didn't exist?
oh no,
Yeah,
it'd be a
I've
I
said
mean,
in
that's the thing
past,
where
I was just going to say,
like,
I've said
Star
in the
Wars
past
and Lego
before.
are like the.
Oh.
No, sorry, but okay, go
Go
ahead,
on,
go
Matthew,
ahead.
go on, go for it.
No, like Star Wars and Lego they're kind of like two couples, they're like a couple, right? Before they met, they had a long and luxurious life as bachelors. But when they met, like it like I can't express like that, like to a lot of people, like they are one and the same. Like a lot of people my generation and even a little older too, like it's like obviously I watched Star Wars separate and I played with Lego separate and then they combined. But I can absolutely see why, like there are some people that, like, if there was no Lego Star Wars, they would not be fans of Star Wars.
Mhm.
And if there's no Star Wars, they would not be fans of like it's like there's some people that you know that, like, did you even watch the film? All they want is like a set of a Glub Shadow. Like they're so combined. Like it's the media is like one. It's like a separate piece of this pie. Like I would say for me, I maybe 25%, maybe even less, 20% of my purchases are Lego Star Wars. It used to be more. I've branched out. It would definitely hurt if they didn't continue, but I would be content with like, oh, what I have, what I can continue to make.
Yeah.
You know, like I think back to whenever I could afford Lego Star Wars sets. It's like I'll just build my own. Like that's the way. That's my mindset around it. God forbid, I don't think Disney would ever give the license to anyone else, but if they were to, like, I feel like it would be. I feel like they'd spite Lego and give it to fucking Mega Constructs. But, or what's the Temu brand? Fun Bricks or whatever. What's it? Fun Boy Toy Bricks. What's it called? That everyone's shilling now. There's some
Funhole.
weird toy brand. I don't know.
I just
They'll give it to them.
I can enjoy
Questionable name.
both ways because I can remember a time before I saw the prequels or anything. My dad had the like stainless steel box of like the 4, 5, and 6, and he watched it with me. And I remember he took me to the comic store we had. Old Toys Time Forgot, and my first ever lightsaber was a miss happened from the factory, but it was an orange Plo Koon lightsaber from Attack of the Clones. And I remember buying that and thinking I was Plo Koon or Luke. At the time I didn't know the difference. So I was able to enjoy Star Wars without the Lego, and I was able to enjoy Star Wars with the Lego. I was in a weird area, so I think for me it's hard to distinguish the two because I have fond memories of both. I don't want it to disappear. I want it to stay as it is, but only get better.
Well, I will say though, the actual Star Wars, that's what got me back into Lego in 2021 with the Mandalorian going crazy and stuff like that. That got me back into Star Wars and then transitioned into Lego for sure.
Did you grow up with Lego? Sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had a Dark Age, unfortunately. Big Dark Age.
I don't think I ever had a Dark Age. I always kept going.
I didn't, unfortunately.
But I think my own Dark Age was when I went into the service because I didn't watch any of the new shows because when Mandalorian came out, I remember I had people writing me letters like, "Oh, you like Star Wars and everything? Did you like Mandalorian?" I'm like, "What? They like Mandalorian?" They're like, "Yeah, dude, he's like carrying this little infant around." I'm like, "This is badass. Like, it has like some John Wayne vibe to it." And then, but yeah, I didn't know. And then I got back into like, I graduated during COVID, so when I got out of everything, it was still shut down. I'm like, well, can't go bowling after wanting to do it for years. But I just remember just when I was able to go into Walmart again, I'm like, whoa, like, you know, I had it like before I went in, I still kept going. Then afterwards, I'm like, what just birthed? Like, what happened?
That Mandalorian season 1, that I think personally that revived Star Wars for so many people, including me. That just,
Absolutely.
Season 1. Oh,
I still can't believe how they kept Luger that secret. Because honestly, I watched that first episode. I was like an 8-year-old kid again, jumping up and down.
exactly.
You've got to remember when I went and saw Star Wars originally, so just showing how old I am. And you've got to remember back then there was no internet, there was nothing. We had about 3 channels on British TV.
And a dictionary.
There wasn't really anything like it. And as a 9-year-old kid, or 8 or 9-year-old, it hit me massively. I will be honest. It was also a lot to do with the toys. I mean, when he agreed, you know, because he got a lump sum, didn't he? Didn't get it, but he said, "Oh, can I have the rights for the toys?" And they went, "Yeah," because you know, best decision he probably ever made. But yeah, so that's why I've always enjoyed Star Wars. And I'm one of those that do enjoy most of them. There's a few, you know, I've grown more to. I mean, I remember defending years ago the sequels, but I don't anymore. Because when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, no," but yeah, and
Star Wars puberty.
I won't say which one, but quite a newish one that I haven't really enjoyed much. But I am one of these very that enjoyed Kenobi. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did.
Second half was great.
I mean,
I enjoyed it all the way through. Just seeing Hayden back was so.
Yeah.
Just the way that Kenobi got the saber and he put it behind his back and swapped his. Oh yeah.
I'm curious with these sequels because I take the approach. Your favorite Star Wars trilogy is when you were born, and if you saw them in the theaters. That's what I think. And I mean, there's some outcasts and stuff like that. But I'm curious if these kids now that watch the sequel, if that's gonna transition 10 to 20 years.
No, because they killed off Han Solo.
Woodikey, as you were saying, this immediately popped up in my head. This reminds me of you.
No, wait, let me.
That's
Wait a sec, let me.
Is this going to be an insult or is it?
What the hell is that?
My father when he was a child, right?
It just so close out their dad's head on a young person's body.
Yeah. Apart from I would have had a handmade woolen jumper made by my mum.
I just feel like.
And no mobile phone.
No.
Imagine replace that phone with a Webster's dictionary.
It was Collins here, mate. Collins. Webster's.
Yeah.
You guys
Seriously, Austin.
Or the Oxford Dictionary.
When you meet me in Britworld next year, within 5 minutes, you'll go, "God, he's such a kid."
God, he's such
I know you are, but I just automatically think.
Woodikey, are you not like kind of classy? Or am I making that up? Like, do you wear like peacoats and stuff like that? Or have I made an image in my mind?
No, you're just seeing
like
his stage presence outfits.
No, he's definitely wearing those flat caps with a suit and tie.
Peacoats.
And cane that he doesn't need, but the look.
He is a well-dressed guy, I will say that. But I think a lot of it's for his stage presence stuff, from what I've seen. Because I'm like, damn, look how dressed up he is. And then in the next scene, you see he's on a stage, and you're like, oh, right, okay, that's not. He hasn't dressed that way normally.
People might be thinking what you're talking about there, but yeah, I basically do amateur dramatic, so yeah.
Yeah.
I just wear a gray T-shirt every day and some form of blue pants. It's been my uniform since I was a child.
Box the boys, yes sir, yes sir.
Oh, well, I just got my.
I'm just wearing
Vader.
this cap here.
Missed out.
Woodikey.
Missed opportunity.
Yes.
I'm wearing Empire Strikes Back shirt and the Kenner figures on it too.
Oh, that's sweet.
What have you got there, Justin?
I just bought this last night at Sam's Club for like $15.
Oh,
Bronco.
a Bronco. Yeah, but is OJ driving it?
Unfortunately not. That would have definitely would have got 3 or 4 of those suckers.
I was watching
OJ
Naked
Simpson
Gun
driving
the
his
other
white Bronco
say,
down
was-
the
legend.
freeway.
night. I was watching Naked
What,
Gun the
chased
other
by
night,
police cars.
and it
But
saw O.J.
that's
Simpson.
actually quite fitting because this show is called the Juicy episode. So the juice is loose on the freeway.
I was watching Naked Gun the other night.
We're
all
getting-
three of them, and I just saw O.J. Simpson. I'm like, oh, this is already aged poorly.
Yeah.
Especially because it was like he was being framed for.
They were
murder,
great films, though.
too.
Nice
I'm like,
beaver.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
or amazing, when they're at the dock or whatever, and then Frank Drebin and the one dock worker are like, okay, $20 for this information. He's like, okay, 20. They just keep exchanging the same 20, and then they run out of money because Frank told him, hey, can you spot me 20? He goes, sure. It's just, I'm like, this
It's
is
so
how law
stupid.
enforcement gets stuff done in America.
It's like the
Not
Monty
just-
Python. It's like the Monty Python, isn't it?
Holy
Or
Grail.
Oh,
the US
yeah.
Monty Python. Guys,
There we
That's
go.
why-
I've well outstayed my own welcome. Obviously, you guys are more than welcome to sort of stay on. Slurpy, you got the helm. If you guys want to carry on, you by all means do so, and I'll tune in and see what I missed another time. But just remember that we've got viewers. I'll just say that. Being the kind of dad. Remember, we've got viewers, and obviously don't spiral into something that could probably stay in the green room. But as long as you guys are keeping it relevant and on point, then you go as long as you want, and I'll love you and leave you. So, Merry Christmas, because I probably won't see any of you again now
Yeah, and you.
until after that.
You, Martin.
Um,
Merry Christmas.
Balls Vengeance, or AKA Justin, great to have you on, mate. Obviously, we'll keep you in mind for future episodes. Austin, always a pleasure. Co-host, thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Merry
to
Christmas,
everybody out
Cool-Han.
I'll see
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
And maybe I might have some more control again next time.
I'll put it back on, mate. As soon as I get the chance, I'll put it back on. I apologize for that, but
Maybe cry.
but no, I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of the stream.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
have a Merry Christmas.
All the best.
And Kirsty and your
Stay
family.
safe.
Will do. Thanks, guys. Turn on.
Have fun. I have a question for the panel.
What's up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I want the chat to ring in too, and we'll read what they reply with. But I am curious to know, where do you guys currently sit with the state of Lego Star Wars, and what they're doing bad and what they're improving on? Or what
I
has
think
gotten-
they're going through a rebirth at the minute.
I think it's going down a little bit
Saying
with
that
seeing
in
how
this
much
new
they're
adult era.
producing and the
That's kind of-
clearance.
I said what I said earlier. I just think that they're just taking the mick about the prices and how much things are going up. And I'm really seeing this year. And like I say, I know a lot of people don't go price per piece,
Mhm.
but when suddenly you see
It's irrelevant.
like, yeah, it is irrelevant, but when you really see, like, suddenly though, it's like half the pieces that you would get for the price. You know, it's just getting ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know how children can afford to keep this hobby up because
Oh yeah, how many
No,
lawns you'd have
it's-
to mow for these
I
sets
mean-
nowadays?
I
It's-
mean, even
You're mowing
battle
15
packs are
years
like,
worth
you
of
know,
lawns.
like you said, they're bringing out a battle pack, can't they, for 40 quid? I mean,
Yeah.
they should still be about 15, 20 quid.
Ridiculous.
exactly.
And you know, like you said, yeah, price per piece is irrelevant, but if you've been sort of, a lot of people still look at that and you know, and it's been roughly the same the last few years, but all of a sudden, what I mean is I've just seen a massive. It does really seem like that they're pushing. They're like, oh, well, how much can we get now for this? And mainly because they know that we will buy
agree.
it. But I'm starting to think, no, I'm not actually now.
I've seen some people definitely shoot the idea out that it's just maybe a certain part of Star Wars, but I think it is Star Wars because it's one of those things that will always sell. But we just went through the rumors there. I have a feeling a lot of those like summer sets are the prices and pieces aren't right. The UT-AT and MTT and especially, it makes no sense that UT-ATs in the mid $800s and $150 That's ludicrous. That better be Australian dollars or Zimbabwe dollars. Like that cannot be. Like
unless
they
go back to their old building styles, doing a lot of large pieces. That's my only thing I could see with that piece count.
Now, with us saying all this, what do you guys think that they're doing right?
The variety, but
yeah, maybe no, I'm still seeing it's too more. I'd like to see some more OT sets personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I might be biased there.
I say variety like it. I think we need to see, as much as people dislike it, we do need to see, I think, sequel sets on rotation. As much as those
I
films,
was gonna say that, yeah, maybe not too many, but
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean,
1 or 2 a year.
There are some sets that's come out of the sequels that have been good sets, haven't they? So, you know,
like Kylo Ren Shuttle, that was a.
That's the only sequel set I have is that Kylo shuttle.
I only have. I got Poe's X-wing because I really liked it.
Sorry, Padawan.
Yeah.
They know
come on,
yeah.
Padawan, just the one. Just the one.
I hate the sequels. I can relate to the people who like adore them or whatever, because we were in a time where we loved the prequels and everyone hated the prequels. So I can relate to them and wanting to, like, a little bit of love. But I think no matter what, at the bare minimum, there should be like 7 sets at all times of OT, and I'd say 5 of prequel and like 3 of the sequels. That no matter what, that's always a rotation. Just so
and obviously the ones in the shows.
Yeah, and then
some
shows and what's current. I think there should always just be that little basic block.
But I think the difference is what you said there. But the difference is with the prequels is that there was a lot of like what I call older, like my age, that when they did come out, I mean, no, I still liked them, but there was a lot of people who didn't. But it's how, a lot of people now have grown to enjoy them and like them. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think it's going to be quite the same with the sequels. I don't think in 10 years' time the people who didn't like the sequels are going to suddenly start liking them.
Don't start with that sequel shit, boys.
Hey!
We don't need any of that.
No.
You're interrupting my nice biscuit and tea time, and we're talking about sequel sets.
Yeah, Padawan, what happens if they just bought out one to replace a 4+ set, though?
Tea time.
4+ set? I'm only accepting anything to do with Kylo Ren is kind of acceptable. Anything else can go in the bin.
All I'm I'm not defending this.
I want my dream, not even Lego set, just dream product in general is, the Rose Tico Finn scene where she professes his love. I want that in Lego. That's all I want.
Actually, I'm going to join Padawan now on that one.
I want the sequel set of Luke just dying on the rock and disappearing.
I want a sequel set.
No figure.
Just a sequel set where Finn comes out and he's pulling out all those tubes out of him.
I want a sequel set of Rey making out with a dead corpse.
Oh my god!
We need a Kylo Ren's helmet.
Yikes.
That's.
But remember, like at the end of The Last Jedi.
Goodbye. I'm out. Stop talking about sequel sets. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Take care. Actually, I will say, Austin.
I love sequels.
Hold on, just for 1 sec. I did think that you were going to say then that you wanted to see Rey make out with a porg. That's what I thought you were going to say.
No, I'm just saying because remember at the very end is when Kylo Ren dies, she's just like smooching all over him. It's like, this is dead.
Yeah, they stood there.
Like,
oh, now I see what
something about MCU?
Your shot way too late. Like the dude's flatlined at this point. Look at how much you're boring him. It's like a bad Tinder date.
That sucker was cold.
I'm gonna say something. I've never watched The Rise of Skywalker. I can't stress this, but when I watched The Last Jedi 7 years ago, that actually hurt me. Like, that really, really annoyed. That upset me, and it's like I can't. That's what I crawled into my hole of only the originals.
Padawan, if he's listening, I will say that you maybe should watch it once just to see how. Then you can say things about it.
No, Whittaky, I don't want to see it. I'm fine. I'm one of those Star Wars fans who picks and chooses what they want to watch. I'll watch one episode of Clone Wars, a season of Andor, and a smorgasbord of Mandalorian, and that's fine. I
haven't touched that. I haven't even watched.
Well, I'll have a word with Cool-Han, because when you share hotel room, we'll make you watch it.
No,
No, I'm
I can
joking.
remember.
I'm not wasting my time on that. I want to be down in the convention.
I was, you know, because I was home on like holiday block leave in basic training when Rise of Skywalker. I didn't even know there was another Star Wars movie coming out because I was so like.
Did you live in a? Where
was that?
Did you not know anything was happening?
No, because I was in basic training, then I got hurt in basic training, so I stayed longer. You didn't have a phone. You didn't have
shit.
know what day it was. There was no clock in the barracks. There was no phone, no newspaper. You had no idea what day it was, or like what time. So you're just kind of like vibing. But I just remember I got home on holiday block leave, and my girlfriend at the time, she was like, "Oh yeah, Merry Christmas, by the way. We got you like IMAX tickets to go see the new Star Wars." I'm like, "Okay." And I remember I was just watching it, and that was the most expensive nap of my life. But
I think I fell asleep during Han Solo. That one got me slumped in the theater.
I just remember I woke up and you saw Kylo Ren get butchered. I'm like, okay, let's leave.
I think Solo got a bad rap because of it came after the
Last Jedi.
It wasn't that. Yeah, it was.
It made me fall asleep. But I was past.
No, I did enjoy that. I did enjoy it.
I like seeing.
There's
That's sweet.
Yeah. I haven't watched Solo, but I'm gonna. I might stick it on because I've heard from friends and family that it's actually like a fun film.
It's fun. I'll tell you what. I'll give you. Yeah, don't watch them, right? But watch Solo because it's a bit of fun.
I need to give it another shot for sure.
Of course, he's no Harrison Ford. Of course, he's not. But
Yeah. But I just want to say,
a friend of mine has
my dignity and self-identity. I'm not saying I like the sequels. I hate the sequels with a burning passion. If I could go back in time, if I had Doc's DeLorean, if I could stop anything in time, would just be going straight to Disney, slapping them, burning their scripts, and be like, thank me in the future. Yeah. But I'm trying to just say, like, I understand, like, where sequel fans are at, because being a prequel guy, I remember when the prequels are being completely shat on, So
yeah, that's what I said. I remember those times, but I don't
to relate with them. Like, give them like one or two things that they would want.
But I don't think people will, it
won't age well. Like,
no.
Well, because didn't they have different directors for each movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the first one, then the second one came in and he put everything that the first one did under the bus.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the first one came back and put everything that Ryan Johnson done under the bus. So
It's like, why rush it? Like, why? Just take your time.
I think the one thing that really annoys us is with the sequels is what they could have done.
Yeah.
They just had one director for all three films, sorted it out one, one story would have been, yeah.
Martin, here's what they should have done.
Let's just blame George anyway for selling it to them. There you
George
go.
had a plan.
Martin,
in Star Wars.
Yeah,
series.
he did.
Yeah, Darth Maul being the main villain like that would have been I mean, I'm a little biased, of course.
This should have been the sequel.
What do you think?
Yeah. Sorry, Matt, you were going to say.
This should have been.
I think something. I don't know if it's that series or what, but whenever the Yuzong Vong, that's when I clocked out of EU. No, I don't like it. But what you Martin, not to bring in age, but when you grew up, you had to wait 3 years for each film, and then you had to wait 15, 16 years, and then prequels 3 years each.
And also,
what did you think about the sequels?
Right, well, the sequels.
The 2 year wait. The 2 year wait. Did that not feel like that was too soon?
Agreed, Mr. Alex.
Yeah, it was. It was too. Now that I look back at it, yes, they needed to make it. Obviously, when I was younger, 3 years seemed like forever.
Yeah.
But and obviously, you think, oh yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, no. After seeing them, and like I said, like I will be honest, I did sort of try and sort of stick up for them, when they first came out, and I did think Yeah, they were, but seriously, after watching a couple of times and as years gone by, it's like, no, I can, no.
My biggest thing is like this whole story came from one man's. I mean, most of the story came from one man's crazy brain, and you don't have that man's crazy brain in your new movies. It's just
no.
not gonna be
I
the
think if
same.
they would have carried on more with the story, like from the first one, like you said, develop Finn and all that lot, then yeah, because the first one, the problem is, and I know a lot of people have said this, the first one was okay, but because of the other two, it makes the first one shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look, I know people love to give a lot of, and maybe me as I've grown up, like slack to the prequels, but at least it's from George's brain. Like I know the originals. It's like they do have a different director. They had Urban Kirchner for Empire Strikes Back and Richard Marquand.
But it was all. It was still written by George.
Yeah, I know Urban's the better director of the three, but George definitely pushed him a lot. And I mean, if you read behind the scenes stuff, George kind of basically directed Return of the Jedi. He just needed someone, I think, to stick a name on maybe for it.
Richard McQuarrie? Richard McQuarrie? Something like that,
It's just the strange Welsh director. Yeah. I could be wrong on that, but I do. There was a reason why he had different directors.
Well, he wanted Spielberg to do one, didn't he? But because something to do with
David Lynch.
The guild was after them as well, wasn't it? Because he wouldn't put the director on until the end of the show or something. If you look back in the history, because they went after Irving Kirshner as well. But yeah, that's why.
David Lynch was the big one he wanted.
To do one. Because he was like, no, I'm not. He said that's how I want the film. He said I want it so there's no credits at the start and all that. So. He got himself a bit of trouble with that, but yeah, you'd have to watch the history on that.
Have y'all ever seen that Star Wars theory video of what his original plan was for the sequels?
I have seen some.
Yeah, I think it was Darth Maul was the main villain with his apprentice and something like that. That story, man.
Fire.
Dude. It would have been it would have been, wasn't it Luke's son or something like that, fighting Maul's apprentice somewhere like that, or Leia's son? Come on.
Oh look.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm having
I agree, Alex. I agree. Look, I've definitely stirred on them as I've gotten older, but I still they're still Star Wars. They're still when I watch them, it's I can still see it. It's to me, I view I'm wearing a Metallica hoodie. It's kind of Star Wars and Metallica are similar to me. The original material is absolutely god tier. There's no band in history that has a 5-album run as good as them. But what came after the Black Album isn't great, but it's still Metallica.
Yeah,
that's why I see Star Wars. It's still, even though that's the way it is, but I still really I like whatever. I don't want to rant too much.
Going slightly off the subject, Austin, did you hear what happened? Were you on earlier on when I had to get off?
No, I went and grabbed a Coke. I'm sorry.
No, I meant earlier on. Were you on when I had to quickly get off because my cat threw up everywhere?
I have that orange cat.
Yikes.
I have another orange cat, but he's a kitten and he's this big. He's tiny.
I'm a bit worried because he's 15 and he keeps being sick, so I have to take him to the vet.
This one, I don't know what's into her. Lately, she just decides just diarrhea on the carpet out of nowhere.
Oh God, no!
Yikes!
Right. Well, on that note, lads, it's gone 11 o'clock here for me in the UK, so I'm
same.
I'm gonna get off very soon.
Well,
get off right now, actually.
Yeah, catch her.
Yeah. So, one thing I just wanted to say, Austin.
Mm-hmm.
If you still, and obviously I will, I will pay. If you still see that, no, I will. Don't. You can say no, but I will. We'll pay you in some way. Okay. If you can still see that set.
Yeah.
In America, like you said, the talking to Solo, the TIE fighter.
Yeah.
But
So
please,
fun thing about that.
Can't get it here.
Where I saw it, I have to go when I go down to Cincinnati for New Year's. I'll go check, but it's actually going out of business. But they had because it's like a trains like museum, like a toy model train museum.
Right.
You know, like James Taylor's been there, Jackson Brown. They all have donated trains to be there, but they haven't ordered new Lego since the sequel trilogy.
Right.
They lost
Really?
So they have all the sets from like 2019 to 2017, all in that era.
And is it still retail price, or do they?
Yeah.
Like I said, though, if you see that, then please, and
Yeah,
because
because
I've only got the little small one, and I'd like that one. I reckon
Yeah,
that's
if
a nice Tie-Fi. Yeah.
if I get a chance to, when I go down there, if everything's still there, because with everything out of business, they probably like clearance tagged everything. But if it's still there when I'm going down, I'll definitely grab it for you.
Oh, brilliant!
Because they had because I remember Sean, I sent it to him, but he ironically got the set the same day. But it was from the Force Awakens line. It was like the little sphere droid with like the cone with the green. They had that one, and then he's like, "Oh, I got it, dude." I'm like, "Bruh, where did you get it in like the last 10 minutes?"
Yeah.
But yeah,
That always
Right.
happens.
Well, I'm going to say goodnight. So, but nice to meet you. It's Justin, is it?
Yep, Justin. Yep,
Yeah,
pleasure
yeah.
to meet you as well.
Yeah,
I'll see you
unfortunately,
at Brickworld for sure.
I couldn't make the stream the other day. So unfortunately, but as usual, I'll still you take care, and you, Matt, obviously, and everyone have a lovely, great Christmas.
Oh, you too.
Merry
Likewise.
Christmas, Martin.
Yeah.
Stay
Merry
safe
Christmas, everyone.
Pleasure
Yeah,
to meet
bye.
you.
Take
the
care.
best.
Bye. I think. Nope.
I think.
now. We're all just like, wait.
So it's 11 o'clock right now in the UK. 11 p.m.
Yeah, that's the time for me as well.
Do you have a lot of Lego stores in the UK?
Well, I don't live in. I live in Northern Ireland.
Oh, okay.
We only have two. We have two stores here, and they're down in in Dublin. If you know County Dublin, it's down in the south of Ireland.
Yeah.
In England, there's more stores. I've only been to one in London, Leicester Square, but it's a far cry. Like I've been to California, and there was 3 Lego stores. There was like one in Anaheim, in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Where else was there? Costa Mesa. Like they're all pretty close. It's like it's so strange to me to have Lego stores that close.
Oh yeah.
We have 3 in the state of Ohio.
That's ridiculous. Like,
We have one in Cleveland, one in Cincinnati, and one in Columbus.
I'm kind of surprised in Arizona. I mean, we really only have it's like one then like a Discovery Center. I think I don't even know if they sell Lego or not. But like Arizona, I think we still are. We have like the most bricks and minifigs in any state and all this
We
stuff.
have-
And only one Lego store.
We have 3 bricks and minifigs here. There's one in Toledo, then one in outside of Columbus, kind of by OSU, and then there's one in Hamilton, outside of Cincinnati.
I used to work for one. It was very freaking dangerous. I will say that. Do not do it if you're a freaking collector, because I spent thousands upon thousands of dollars working.
I worked there for like 3 days.
You did? Oh shoot!
Yeah. I was one of the assistant managers. I'm like, no, this is not it. Because I was
You didn't
beginning to go. I'm like, nope.
It's fun, but
I
that whole
couldn't do my
aspect.
hobby for work.
Exactly.
It's like
yeah.
dating someone where you work. It just don't work.
Exactly. Hey, don't get your honey where you get your money. Yes, sir.
see, I don't
Learn
think
that
we
the
could ever
hard way.
have- I don't think we could ever do the bricks. You know, the bricks and minifigs here in the UK, Ireland. I don't think it's popular. Lego's obviously popular, but I don't think it's as big as it is in the United States. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there like over 100 BAM stores over there?
No, I think they just hit the 200 mark.
Jeez.
Or they're
That's
getting
actually insane.
They're at like 170.
That's insane to me, though.
Oh, it's
Like-
nuts.
And
But they're all managed by like independent people. Am I correct too, though?
Yeah.
Like it's not
They're
like
just- it's like here in I'm sure it's right the same way for you, but at least in the United States, there's all these McDonald's, right? But they're all franchised out. They all have different independent. owners. They just have the umbrella, but they have to sell McDonald's stuff, of course. they can't sell anything that's not McDonald's, but it's just different owners.
It's such a variety too. I mean, at least McDonald's will somewhat stay consistent, but bricks and minifigs is like some you'll go to amazing prices, great people, and then some you go to there'll be brand new sets that are $30 upcharged and some other stuff like that. It's just such a gamble on which one you'll go to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I've only been into one. No, that's a lie. I've only been into two. The one, here, and then the one in Schaumburg. Those are the only two I've been to. But I will say, both of them I have been to, I have been pretty lackluster. Like, they just have too much of like current.
Yeah. No, because they will order like new from.
And it's more expensive. I understand why, but I know why. It's like with the business model and the practice. They have to, wage more to get a little bit more of a profit because they're an independent company rather than a corporation.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're running on a corporate business model, but they're still at independent ownership.
Yeah.
So I understand why they do it, but I'm like, why am I gonna pay $190 for the Dark Morning Falcon when I can just go to a store and get it?
Exactly. Yeah. I wish that. Yeah, I agree completely. It's like we could all order it online or go to a physical Lego store if you have it. It's like.
Yeah. It's I know why they do it. I'm not angry at them. I'm not like throwing up hands or whatever. But I get it.
I mean, their margins too. It's so because they don't. I don't think they get the full Lego disc like Walmart and all that stuff does. They just it's like so thin. It's like just
they're completely independent.
Yeah, exactly. No, you'd see some interesting characters. It was cool to see in the variety of ages from 3 to 60 and all of that buying Lego. That was a cool side of it though. And then fellow Lego people too was always great. That made the job a lot easier. You got to talk to the Lego community all day basically coming through like that.
Yeah,
for sure.
But we also have to think BAM isn't just for people like us too.
Exactly.
It's also for the normies. That's why like reading like Mayo here, like things are more expensive, but that's us knowing that. That's not like some mom and dad taking little Austin.
What's up, Joel?
A little store for the first time,
That's true. Exactly.
We're spoiled. We know this.
We're bricklinking the set. Like, what's the early word?
No, Mayo. What I'm saying, it has independent owners. So you buy a chunk of it. You're not buying. I guess I'm getting mixed up here, but what I'm saying is, yes, they have the same umbrella. Right, but it's different people buying the right to have that overhead, to be a part of that brand.
Exactly.
But they still have their own independent owners. Yes, they're affiliated under one umbrella, but I'm speaking as someone who was handling their paperwork for a little while, even off the table before I worked there. I was helping out the owner with his paperwork for the first year he was open. So it's like, yes, they're underneath the same umbrella, but it's different people holding that umbrella.
Exactly.
There's not one same business. There's not one same business model. It's per area. It's different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not like I can't really compare too much, but like, it's when it comes to like used. I know BAM does sell a lot of used Lego, and sometimes I see stuff and it's like great deals, and other times it's shit.
Yeah,
but what I'm always jealous of that you guys have in America is like I always see the Facebook deals. Someone selling their child's collection for $10, and it's like, huh? No, I'm exaggerating. Here in Northern Ireland, when I go on the Facebook and Gumtree, like locally, and I'm like, I don't know what's in the water, but everyone is selling the Lego sets for the actual used price plus more. Everyone here's clued in to what the value of it is. Like, it's very rare that you'll see someone sell anything for, selling a clone, just say a clone battle pack for £5. No, it'll be whatever the sealed is. The only thing I can say is, and if someone wants it, I can, but someone is selling, the Y-Wing that Ahsoka had, sealed for about £160.
Yeah.
And I've been told that's a marvelous deal. Buy that, because everywhere else it's like double that. But everything else, it's like people are selling the sealed stuff for
works in translation to us. So I can't say
It's
funny finding obviously stolen stuff too. It's like,
yeah, it was like when we were at Brickworld, we were working,
$200, Osif.
Oh, hey, then take it. I would.
See, I don't.
Is it sealed?
Yeah, it's sealed.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
Oh, I
I'm
had
not
a
someone
freaking. I'll go ahead.
I would, but I'm not really interested in it. But that's why I shot it out to like the UK boys and stuff. Like if they need it or if they want, like, yeah, I can strong arm this seller into selling it to me, or and I could sell it to them. I don't want to be buying something if I'm not interested in it, but I'm happy to put it out there to anyone who maybe does. But
yeah, I got my 3 store displays from Facebook Marketplace for sure. Though that's one of the greatest spots to find those. And then definitely my biggest deal was like $1,200. I got a used, when it was all adult collected, mint as crap. A used UCS Falcon, a UCS Slave 1, Ewok Village, and about like 3 to 5 more sets for $1,200 cash. It was insane, man. Some of that stuff,
no, we're not getting that here.
I think that the store displays are cool, but I don't want to, like the big ones in the plastic. I'm more interested in like the ones you can hang up, like the banners or.
Ooh, I actually did get a cool banner. I got a OG banner here about a couple months ago off of eBay though, but my favorite, hold up, it's freaking, gosh. Yeah, my favorite. Oh my gosh, what the hell?
Do we want to turn this into a 6-hour?
Big Bertha right here. How much you think I paid for this? How much you think?
Oh, I'm gonna.
Sorry, let me full screen you.
750.
How much you say?
750.
Okay.
Tell me, right? Oh my, that's figure display. That's that Yoda's adventure ship, isn't it?
Figures.
It's
the Jex, that Jek or whatever.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and then the
Jet 14 or whatever.
Yeah. Let me see. Do I have that?
Right. If I said to you, higher than $400, would that be correct?
You're about on $400, and it was 15 minutes away from me.
I've only seen that one a few times, and I've always seen it like sitting at like 600. So it's the one reason why I thought 750.
Oh, I usually see a good 1,000, 1,200. Plus that one's that Toys R Us exclusive one. They had like 2 of them, and that one has like the 4 extra figures on top of them.
If I could get any display, it's the.
Let me take y'all with me.
If I could get anything in the world of banners, it's so epic. I've never wanted anything more in my life. Set one.
Ooh.
Let's make you full screen.
I think I saw someone get that too on a
Episode
Facebook
2.
group, and I was hurt that I did not get it.
That has. The only thing it's missing for me to, like, if I saw it, I would get immediately. It just needs ATTE.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be a block scene, but that's my grill set. Just so you guys know, if we're at Brickworld and you guys see a sealed 2000, the original 2002, like sealed original. Okay, dude, flex in here.
For $20 too. I think it was like $20 on eBay. It was at like midnight too. I just randomly did the buy it now recently posted. It is broken. This piece, of course, it was right when he sold it to me, but it broke during transport.
Dude, still, that's epic.
For like $20 too.
Dude, that's a good $20 well spent.
That's one of the ones I'm thinking on bringing. If I fly to Brickworld, I'm definitely gonna bring this just because it's so little and easy. But it was like a corner shelf one. You can see
oh yes.
Come on, man. That just hit the nostalgia.
So yes, that was a thing. Then they got asked by Lego to take it off. Like pretty much almost sued. I remember reading.
Can I ask?
At like every store.
This bomb store, was that in Irvine?
Mm-hmm.
I think I was in California when that happened, but I was near.
Shoot.
No, it's too much.
Big ass laptop, but that's shit. My bad.
Because I was gonna do just before we close off weekly pickups, but I don't know. This is kind of that's
Republic.
That's the Old Republic. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the three. Well, the one. This is like that. It's that 2021 that had them or whatever that like the 4 layers and stuff like that. Got it
Yes.
all covered up.
We
Yeah,
wouldn't
this
really
is my-
have
me,
store displays like that here.
Do you guys want to meet someone? Darth
Yeah.
Klaus.
Darth Klaus. Klaus? Klaus?
He's a little turtle. But what's your guys'
Also, what did you say? Rickrolled the 2. Are you wanted a sealed gunship or ATTE?
ATTE. That's my #1 set. If I could get, that's it.
I saw one on Marketplace
crack
for
the
like
seals on it, though?
700 recently.
Oh, would I crack the seals? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would do, because my dream
Unspeakable
set
things.
finally getting made. After all these years, I've wanted it, and it's finally happening. I can't wait. It's the UCS Jango Fetts Slave one. That has been my that I've always wanted made. And it's finally happening. Just dude. Like I said, Attack of the Clones is my favorite. I want to get every Attack of the Clones set sealed.
One of
Thankfully,
mine.
there's not that many. But sorry,
I like.
there
I
isn't
like
that.
you
But in fairness, there isn't that many though.
I like
No,
that
there
you
isn't.
like that because I'm gonna say probably episode 1 is probably one of my favorite because
That's my.
it was my
second favorite.
it was my intro in that Jar Jar as a kid. Come on, it just something about that one. That's
If I'm ranking just the 6 films, not counting the sequels or like the spin-offs, #1 for me will be episode 2. #2 will be episode 1. Then 3 will be Return of the Jedi. Then 4 would be
Sorry, babe.
5 will be 5. And I'm missing
Revenge of the Sith.
me. That's my number 4 spot. Yeah. I love it though. Don't get me wrong, but my very first Star Wars film I ever saw was Return of the Jedi.
Mm.
So, and I just remember Attack of the Clones is so cool.
Oh gosh, yeah.
As soon as I saw like all the, because I always wanted to join the military since I was a young child.
Mm.
I just remember just seeing all those clones just unleashed. I'm like, yes.
Yes, dude. I think it slept, especially like the Dooku scene, seeing like how he really was kind of good in a sense. It's
Like Dooku wasn't necessarily evil.
no.
He was just.
That's why I like Galen, or not Galen. What's that? Ah, crap. The actor that died in Ahsoka. What's his?
Balin
I
Skull.
forget his name.
Balin
But he's
Skull.
from
That's
here.
why I liked him because he reminded me so much of Dooku. I was like, dude, this is like almost a carbon copy, but you
Dude,
learn
I'm
even
gonna say
more.
it. Balin Skull is the best character Disney has created.
He is. That's what I'm saying. He is. I agree completely with you. And when I read that news of him passing, that struck my
Ray
heart
Stevenson?
so hard. Yeah, it's like, come on, the best character they have done passes away in real life. It's like
Ray Stevenson was. I don't know. He was a huge, thing for me.
58 years old.
Yeah, he was really young.
God,
There's a lot
that
of his
struck
movies-
the
From
heart.
Lisburn, down the road.
Oh. I just remember just, he was in so many. I remember seeing him in Dexter.
He was in Dexter. What?
He's one of the big bads.
What?
Yeah, he's also in the Book of Eli. All great works of film.
Wait, what's his name again? The actor?
Ray Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson. Dexter. No. You what? Oh, it's the no beard. Dude.
Now you have. Now you have. I
Mayo,
don't
what's
care
your favorite Star Wars film?
Wow.
I don't care about the heat I get thrown in my direction. I just love it. Just the whole
You know what?
thing. of Camino.
Austin.
And,
You say that loud and proud at Brickworld. I want you to wear a shirt. Attack the Clones is my favorite film. Not just Star Wars film, favorite film.
Oh,
You wear a shirt that says that, and I
Yeah.
will pitch in for your fund to buy this set.
it is. It will always be my favorite.
I'll do episode 1. I'll put that
It
shirt on.
I remember my brother and I, we never got along, and that was like the first time we ever bonded. Was watching that movie. So I'm like, cool.
My brother, he was the one that showed me. He started me 1 to 6, and that just.
And then just clones, and and a part of it too was Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2. At Geonosis.
Oh, yeah.
Fighting. I'm like that. It's just that.
Something I wanted to bring up earlier. Were y'all big Force Unleashed fans too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
I liked it, yeah. I
Come
played it on
on.
DS, so.
They're my
I-
favorite Star Wars video. I mean, other than the Lego one, that's my favorite they have ever done.
That was
Force.
getting the Rogue Shadow was my first ever big Lego Star Wars set.
Oh, you got that back then too.
Yeah,
I got a
yeah.
sealed one. I got a
got
sealed
it.
one. I'm holding.
I got it for Christmas because my dad and I would play the co-op mode. And
Oh,
he
that's so
was-
cool, dude.
Because they were like, I was like, sweet.
Absolutely.
And I
yeah.
didn't like building Lego at the time, so what did I do? I just gave it to my brother to build it. And he thought it was his set, then I took it back.
Hold up. Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't understand like what. Because I was, it was just too big. I was scared too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can see that. Yeah.
Because I was maybe like 6 or 7.
Isn't he like one of the rare Lego figures with blood on it, right?
I think
that's the
he's
thing,
one of the
yeah.
only.
Yeah. I got like 6 or 7 of him. I bought a ton in like 2022 before he really skyrocketed up.
Dude, I'll buy one off you.
You want one? Oh, I'll find it in my safe. I have like, and they're
Yeah.
mint too, and I'll hook you up with a good deal too.
I was, when I was moving, because we moved a lot growing up, but I had my entire childhood collection. The only thing that survived from it was my Rex and Cody. And I just remember I came home or whatever, because I remember we put it in my grandma's garage. Like I had this, there's a big store, like drawers of Lego. I had like 2 of those, and it was filled to the brim. I remember I had all the, like May 4th promos. I remember I had like 6 or 7 of the Shadow Arc Troopers, because I remember when they came out on eBay, they were like $15. People were just
Bro, they were 15.
20,
Oh
like
my
15 to 40 bucks in that window, like the day that they came out or whatever. And I started having all of them, and then I remember when I got out of the service, I'm like, hey, where did all that go? And my grandma was like, oh, who donated it? I'm like,
Oh!
Bro, no. That's why I keep on telling my mom, thank you. She keeps all of our childhood stuff, like even my Power Ranger stuff. And then I had the bin in my room. Dude. Oh.
No.
and the worst thing is like, they would have, I remember, we wouldn't have donated because they thought it was my cousins that lived with them. So they got it mixed up. So I have my cousin's old collection while some random person has mine. Oh yeah, I'm not angry about it.
Dude.
I'm like, it's going to someone who's going to get the same enjoyment.
Yeah, no, that stings though, man. That broke my heart hearing that
I don't
from
mind
you,
it.
dude. Oh.
I don't really care about like the monetary value of like items or like what they're worth.
I do like my childhood stuff. They do hold a special heart just because I knew I had them then. Like I've separated all my childhood figs into a separate bag from what I've been buying because it's like they just have that special. Dude, Austin, man. Oh.
I want you guys to also reflect on this too. But my very first set, I have like complete recollection of them being so excited for. It was Valentine's Day when the set came out. My mom was asking, it's like, oh, what do you kids want for Valentine's Day? Like, you guys can get like one thing. And it was the original, like the big spider droid, and it had Commander Fox and everything in it.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
I have been so excited. I get asked for that set. I remember when it came in the mail, I knew what it was. It said Lego.com. It was the first time we ever ordered from Lego. And I remember being, can I open it today? Can I open it today? I used to remember being so excited for that set. Because growing up, Fox was my favorite commander, because I just liked the red.
I do want to ask you. I just had this pop in my head like 3 days ago, randomly. Back in the day, did you have to pay for shipping on Lego.com or was it free?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, it was I remember it was if you didn't have the price bracket, you had to pay.
I remember back in it was 2006. The internet it might sound insane, but the internet wasn't really widely distributed here where I live at in the countryside, and I only ever ordered from Lego as a child once, and I was 7 back in 2006. You know the Paraka Bionicle? They're the kind of goofy Bionicles, and I think some fans really dislike them. At the time, I wanted them all, but I could only get the red one. And I and my mum, we used to get the Shop at Home magazine catalog, and at the back you could like fill it out and send off money. And I that's how I'm sure she had to pay for shipping, but that's coming up to 19 years ago. I remember waiting for weeks for that. It felt like weeks anyway. It might have only been a week or two. Yeah. But that's the only time I've ever ordered from Lego Direct as a kid, and I always thought it was going to arrive in a giant Lego van. No, it was post. It was just a generic delivery driver.
For me, I remember the first time I saw a UPS truck, and mine came in the UPS. I was like, "Whoa!"
That's where all the cool stuff. Because in my mind, I just thought all I have to do is because there were Shop at Home magazines. Every Shop at Home magazine used to come out every so over months with the new releases. All I got to do is fill it out and send it off. I didn't have a concept of money.
No,
that's not going to work anyway.
Do you guys remember when the website was like this?
No, I've never went on it. I saw that picture get posted up.
Games you could play.
A weird thing is, I really I probably had like 6 Star Wars sets, but I just always went to like the Atlantis or whatever it was, SpongeBob, Ninjago. I kind of widespreaded it around. I didn't just stick on one, unfortunately, because if I can go back in time, I definitely would. But I just never stuck on Star Wars. And
1 second, I'm just reading here. Mayo, I thought you were a Star Wars guy for some reason. For some reason, I thought you were really into it. I don't know why. I know you're really into sports. I remember you were rocking the Lakers jersey a lot at Brick World.
Mayo's not a Star Wars fan.
No, I thought he was.
Damn.
Watch those prequels. Star Wars start off on one.
But I do have to agree, it is very sad when good actors die with a good script and work.
It does.
But also, it's reflective of who they were too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every actor, no matter what, you have some ownership over the character. You know, you're able to kind of like influence where you want their character to go. And with how much, villainous roles that Ray Stevenson had, like just look at Dexter. Yeah. It's like,
he was scary.
He had an evil to him that wasn't evil. But once it reveals it, it's like, holy crap.
Dude.
And Ray Stevenson, I feel like he could have really helped Dave, because a lot of the roles that Ray had was like playing a villain.
Yeah.
And I feel like he could have really shaped what's the future for his character.
Exactly.
Like I picture him somehow undermining Ahsoka. Because you know how right now she's like having these abandonment issues, feeling left behind by Anakin. And who knew Anakin? Rey. She doesn't know it fully, but he could have manipulated in so many ways there.
Exactly, I agree.
But I definitely
boys. I don't want to.
Just sad before they can see their. And what's even sadder about Rey is he didn't get to see his character even on the screen. He died before the show premiered.
Oh, dude! I didn't even think about that. Oh, man. So he never even got to see the love too.
No, that's what breaks my heart.
Damn, I didn't even know that. Jeez.
Boys, I don't mean to be this. It is getting quite late here for me. So I might have to. I think if I leave, the stream ends. So.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It was fun talking. It was great. This has been awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll end this off and then we'll chat for a sec in the green room. But I just need to, before we go, I just want to shout out. Well, Padawan, Cool-Han, and Martin from the get-go starting off. Shout out to Padawan for getting the thumbnail and all set up, and Cool-Han as well for his stream. It feels weird continuing this without him. Normally, whenever he wants to dip, it's like we all go. But Ostef, again, thanks for hopping on, as well as Justin, Maul's Vengeance. I know it's your first time. Maybe get you
Thank you.
probably on in a future episode. It's good to meet you too.
Heck yeah, this has been awesome.
And I Mayo, thanks for chatting. And I'm sure, I don't know who's all hanging out in the chat, but I know the usual suspects: Muggsy Lad and Muttley.
Hoarder. This is his first
Hoarder's
time
been. He's been here a lot. Yeah. So.
Hoarder, is this your first stream too? I believe it is. He
which is pretty cool.
Stayed long for his first go round.
Yeah. So I'm giving him a lot of credit here. And then obviously, like, you know, Brick Hive, Mr. Alex was here earlier too. You know, I don't want to be skimping out on people, but it's getting late for me. I can't do Tyler 4, 5, 6 hour streams. I need sleep.
Well, on that note, am I able to do one little self plug thingy?
Go ahead.
So, if I know it's during like the late holiday season, but if you and anyone in the chat, if they find themselves a little bit, lonely on the 27th, I'm gonna try and host with Padawan. We're talking about doing a 24-hour stream.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
And for me, I don't sleep much, so I'm gonna see if I can make it over 40.
Dang. You ever heard Robert Maynard on? Oh, you weren't on Whatnot. That dude.
But, yeah. We're still working out like what time we want to start because with the UK time and the United States, we're trying to find a good spot because I don't want to do it too early in the day, like 2 o'clock. Here, people are still at Christmas parties, and then 2 o'clock there, it's like 8 o'clock for you guys or whatever, 6, whatever. So we're just trying to find a nice area. So, and we're, we have some people lined in to chat for a little while. We're just off the cuff. Nothing's gonna be planned, like what we're talking about. As long as it's just like, Lego Star Wars related. Or just like
those are the best combos too. Like us going off on this stuff. I love doing that. This has been great.
And anyone who's watching on the stream, they're welcome to join the panel. You don't have to be someone or anyone because I'm absolutely no one. And I'm just like, I don't care about visa. I just want to hang out with the boys for a while.
I'll come in there.
That's what it's all about. It's not about, oh my god, do I have a bazillion subscribers? It's just as long as you're a fan, you're a fan. That's it.
Exactly. Do you have a YouTube, Ostef? Are you going to be doing it on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to use StreamYard, so I'll try and do it there.
Right, I wish I could give you some guidance. I'm still new to it since Cool-Han gave me a bit of rein on this, but if you need, you could probably give Cool-Han a shout, or maybe me too. I mean, I just literally shout on myself there, but
yeah, we're just gonna be like I said, my channel is not made. It's just to share it. I put out one video. I don't even know how many views. I could care less.
The review.
Yeah, I don't know how many people viewed it, and I really don't care. I was like, you know what? I'll make one. So why not?
As long as you have fun, that's all that matters.
But yeah, like I said, 27th, if you guys are free. It'll be going into 28th. Pop on in. And same goes for the chat that's here presently. If you guys want to hang out on the panel. Why did I say paddle? I mean panel. I'm not saying like paddle.
What stream are we going up?
Yeah, literally, we're going downstream. Oars and all. Or hors d'oeuvres, I don't know. But it should be a good time.
Yeah.
Justin, do you have any shoutouts?
I got my TikTok, Maul's Vengeance. I'm starting up the YouTube after doing that ACOP stream. That really pushed me, and I got a whole 2 pages full of ideas to do. I've always just been hesitant to do the push, but I'm ready to start. I think I'm ready to start doing YouTube. But TikTok, Maul's Vengeance, that's what I'm on. YouTube, same, or it'll be this channel that I'm on. I'm gonna start hopefully here soon doing some videos and stuff like that.
Oh hell yeah!
Get in it. Get my OG, because I'm a huge OG Lego Star Wars lover. Even though I was born in 2002, I have a weird charm for them and absolutely love them. So that's definitely a big thing.
Am I the oldest here then?
How old are you, Sorry?
I'm 26.
Oh, we're the same age.
You said, oh!
I'm just a young buck here tonight.
I'll be 20. I'll be 27.
Oh, I'm September 98. So you're
I fear
around
that
the-
age too. 26 is going to be a bad year when I get off that health insurance, man. That's not going to be fun.
Here, let's not talk about that stuff. That's right, boys. It's been
It's been a pleasure meeting you two guys. Definitely, it was awesome.
Absolutely.
And Austin, for sure, offline. I'll find that Star Killer for you
Yeah,
too.
dude,
Hook you
hit
up
me
with
up.
a good deal. Ship it out to you. Yes,
Hit
sir.
me up.
Yes, sir.
You guys down? Oh, wait, are we? Wait.
We're doing the outro now.
Okay,
So-
okay. I'm like, what's happening?
Ah. All right. Ciao.
Would like to welcome all to a cool hangout.